since we are last in the studio, but we are back. So as usual, I'm JW, and for starters, I'll be taking through our programs or our segments, and of course, we'll have the first segment. Of course, we're going to do our introduction. This is Great Minds, episode 22. We get into AFCON, see the reaction that transpired within the African final, the best tournament on the planet. Then we get into, of course, we look into what happens, who is the next host. We'll have a discussion on that. With that, we'll move us to our segment 3. And as always, given we have so many tech enthusiasts on the pod, we'll discuss about tech and recreation, tech and business, and of course we'll look into online forms. We'll later on discuss why they are on our list. Then we'll look into segment 4. We'll get into the Champions League, where we'll compare the 2 episodes. That is, could refer to them as Gameweek 7 and 8. The playoffs, and of course, the standing. As usual, the Arsenal man is smiling. For now. And then, of course, we're going to do EPL, where we'll compare the results for Game Week 22 and then 23. And, of course, our reaction. And, of course, we'll be focusing on the key players that you know very well are making a name in the EPL. And then, of course, we'll look into fantasy, where we are looking at if there is any change in the Namavundu League, oba omuyindi akyaliwo aganya ogenda. Of course, we'll look into our fantasy teams, our predictions, and then we will see how we conclude in our, that will be our segment 7.
I lost the app. Esimu yagwa up nego.
Gambola omuyindi yamlemeredde.
So, colleagues, our dear listeners, our dear viewers, and remember we said earlier, in a few weeks back, we are nearly finalizing our studio. And anytime soon, your voices will tag video on them. And then you see how it is done by the experts, by the best. So, let's jump in. I'll go with NL to introduce yourself. Just only that.
It's now Kopro. We are from the bush. We got rankings. It's Kopro.
Yes. Okay. So you in the bush you come out as Kopro.
Kopro.
Yes, that was.
People are getting titles now. But anyway, as you all know, and Double S, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Manchester United is inevitable.
Now you look at this civilian.
You know.
We managed to twist the Corporal's hand.
Yeah.
And by the time the referee finished that game, the Corporal was nowhere to be seen. He had run back into the bush. But anyway, so it's great to be here. Hello, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful week. Hopefully, wherever you are, it has been peaceful. And if you know you are the one who is hosting our future president to be,
Your future president
is taking refuge in your home. Please.
Dial 911.
So, colleagues, before we jump into who's president and the likes, it has been a heavy week, given the fact that we've been in the election periods that are nearly somewhere now. I actually thought the elections were concluded, but it seems they are still ongoing.
And after protecting the gains, you guys were nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, and then I've seen a post whereby they are saying somewhere that sometimes politics can be a curse, because they are saying that someone whose party had siblings, the siblings and the party, they didn't have anyone to get any position. They were all hammered. They were all losers. I've seen somewhere. Maybe NL.
If that's not a sign to go and try something else.
A family of losers.
You know, so
Political failures.
You know, so that is something which is something that maybe can come up within our show. But for starters, I want to start with the NL. Are you sleeping these days, given the fact that Manu is everywhere?
It was one game.
Did you block Manu fans from your phone?
Oh, as long as the man hasn't yet cut off his hair, and there is no future of him cutting off his hair, because there is no way they're going to get 5 consecutive wins.
Are you sure about that? They have
Yes.
a new coach, very great coach.
They will stop at
Miracle
3.
boy.
They will stop at 3.
Amanda, if I recall well, yesterday when we were washing the car at the washing bay, we were watching, what is it called? The Premier League fan zone. And then there was a QR code that I told you to scan.
But it was Tottenham.
And then they put overall, like, what they had got overall, like, what they have received, the votes they have received. And one of the questions was, who do you think are the favorites in winning this league? Guess who was on top? Manchester United.
We don't want to guess.
44%.
Did you want to guess?
A good,
We don't want
that
to
is
guess.
a good example of election rigging.
Yeah.
Because it makes no sense.
So it doesn't mean. I mean, yes, you hammered Man City. You blagged off. We accepted. You hammered the Arsenal comfortably and peacefully. And I'm sure if we are to be given Arsenal, you will hammer them again. But keep in mind that Arsenal is in all leagues.
Yes.
And how many leagues are you in?
That's what.
How
makes
many
us the
leagues are you
favorites.
in?
All our focus is in one league.
On the EPL.
No,
Yes.
first wait, how many leagues are you in?
The one that we are going to win, of course. The one and only, the Premier League. We don't need to be in the rest when you're not going to take them. I mean, you only need one.
Okay. So you really cannot blame us with the boys are busy all week.
That's the problem. You don't focus. Have you ever heard of something called single focus?
We want it all.
Maybe NL you can.
know, being too greedy,
yeah.
you lose everything.
Let the man shine. At least give him a chance.
Okay,
actually,
this weekend.
it's different from this case. This scenario is that we actually had the guest when we were watching the game, right?
Yeah.
He didn't take screenshots because as Manu they are saying, "Me happy when you these outside there, you take your screenshot to share at in the 80th minute. We are in the lead.
And at
We
some
were lucky
point,
that
we were
internet
leading.
was off.
Maybe because we are still in the bush. Now that you bought being in the bush, NLU came out as a couple. Double S, given the fact that we are back online, you came back as who?
Me myself, as you know, I am none other than Major General
Of what? Major General of what?
of the bush. I was the commanding general,
Of the Bavubuka.
a foot soldier.
So anything that you learned during the blackout? And do you think a blackout is normal? Should it be something we should get used to?
I actually feel like it's something that should happen. Should be scheduled. Like they should just do a weekend whereby they're like, no, social media. It helps for people to reconnect with the earth.
So in other words, you're trying to say that the similar component we have with the light, we have with the national water.
No,
The similar, because Umeme could go off.
those are basic needs.
But
social media isn't a basic need.
That is.
Power is.
Isn't
not
that
a
another
basic
discussion?
need.
It is a basic
water
need.
is a basic need, but power no.
Yeah, I
You
don't
can
think.
survive
Yeah,
well
exactly.
without power.
Yes.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
No.
Look, you read the Bible, right?
Yes.
All the resources that God created
Yes.
should be the one tagged as natural resources.
Yes.
I mean,
But-
all what we call with the term that you used, the necessities.
That
But
was
you're about to tell us that a car is a necessity.
no, it isn't. But means of transport are a necessity.
No,
No.
If
No.
they didn't have thingy horses thingy back then, how would they have moved?
Trek.
On foot.
On
How?
foot. Could they could trek?
Yeah.
They were trekking on foot.
Yes.
No.
But didn't you read the Bible? You see Jesus walking in the desert. Did
Yeah.
you read anything about Jesus moving on a donkey or a horse in the desert?
He used the donkey.
No, that was when he got to the city.
Yes. Actually, that's when they did that Matabi and the likes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's why Easter we do those things.
Palm
also.
Sunday. So,
Yes.
you know-
Palm Sunday. Yes.
And I feel like as long as there's a means of transport is a basic need.
Have you ever heard about that thing that says, "Be careful what you wish for"? I think you're wishing for something you can't handle.
Yeah. Imagine telling Ugandans out there that, you know what, we need to have whatever's now, internet blackouts, such that people can do what, can socialize. That's why I was asking the Dawales is that during the blackout, what did you learn as a tech person?
Well, what I learned was we are very dependent on the internet, which is so wrong. The way Enel has said, without power, he feels like his life is going to crumble.
You realize that Enel wanted to go to Nairobi because he was
But I couldn't
was-
buy
was
a ticket online.
yeah.
That's the only reason I didn't go.
He realized it later that, for me to still using internet, I needed to be like in Kenya. And the man was stranded here.
But previously,
He even tried
Nakasongola-
to buy an offline ticket. He almost boarded and went to the airport to say like I have my cash here, can I board that plane?
But unfortunately, I couldn't access my safe border.
Yeah.
So,
The man was badly off.
but amidst all that, there is a story that's been running by that says among those companies, those camps that were issued SIM cards that were whitelisted,
Yeah.
there's one that was issued about 70. But as you know, it's Ugandans and our nature, they were put on the black market, and each card was going for 100 USD retail. Wholesale was $70.
And
And
so
they had
so
70 in store.
so Enel, are you trying to say that there is nothing the government can impose
No.
and works?
What I'm saying is that a Ugandan is very smart. He knows how to get money in all ways.
Again, I will say this again. So you think there is nothing Ugandans can when the government says item X, item Y. So you think there is nothing Ugandans can?
I don't think there is a way you can fully.
So in others, whatever that they try to impose, it means that Ugandans will somehow find a way to
Yes.
go against that item.
Yes.
Does it mean that we are unrulable?
No, it means that among the people they choose out to be the selected few.
All leaders.
Yes, there is always a loophole.
Yeah.
The only way this can work is if they also accept and say, you know what, let's also suffer the same way everyone else is.
Everyone is, and that's the only thing they can make. So, based on what I get from you, Ened, is that the quality of the employee or the staff that government employs cannot outshine the public. And those other days before us really becoming mature enough, that's to a point that where you can apply for jobs and the likes, government used to take only first class fellows from university. And you know what it means to get a first class? Meaning you're upstairs, you're good.
It means that they pay.
And even
for you.
actually, and up to now, even the bank, you yourself, you have applied for a Bank of Uganda role.
Yes.
You saw what happened.
Yes.
So, did that disappear? Now they take NFWAG.
I feel like the reason I didn't pass through to BOU was they knew if I entered there, it was done. I was going to rise up to the post of the governor in a matter of months.
Jackpot.
I was a threat.
You would have hit the jackpot.
They looked at my papers and were like,
There's no way we can bring
we
this
said,
guy.
no. Smart. So, but to get back to the point, yes, it is, but that is the Uganda we are living in. We just have to adapt to it.
Yeah, and colleagues, Davoles and Nedel, we are going to continue on that topic in literally our next segment after discussing the AFCON finals. And we need to bring it back that in and see really if we are up to the Ugandans or the people that people have selected are up to the Ugandans. And NL, there's a discussion we discussed on whereby the MPs can vote for the president. We are going to see if that can also work on this podcast. Okay. So, viewers and listeners, I want us to, we are nearly now, since AFCON is literally done, the next move is World Cup. And we didn't want to talk about World Cup during AFCON because we are Africans. The best tournament on the planet was taking action.
Yes.
At that moment, there's no any other tournament that can kick on. But World Cup is nearly now the next tournament. Okay?
Yeah.
And as you know that very well, is that there are so many rumors here and there. People are jumping out. And remember, it is hosted in 3 countries. Of course, we have Mexico.
Yeah.
NL that side, I think there's medicine there. Then we have Canada.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we have the USA, right?
Yeah.
Remember, between the Mexico and USA, there is a serious gigantic wall. Right? So, and then you've heard that of recently, to go there, in one of the countries that you're hosting, you need to put aside 1,005, close to 10K and 5K.
Yeah.
Money aside. A ticket is a nightmare. Okay?
Also, dear listeners, this money is not in Yugi X.
Yes. We are talking about dollars.
If I think it's Yugi X, and like
USD.
1,500.
Exactly. USD umthwalo gumune echitundu.
And
Yeah, like
US dollars,
that is
not
a-
Canadian dollars.
Exactly. And that's approximate to close to 50 million Ugandan shilling.
Yeah.
You get? Aside, okay? Now, on top of that, the ticket is a nightmare. It is extremely high. Now, I know there are 2 factors here. One, it is obvious and clear, and don't sound like I'm racist here. They don't want Africans in that tournament. That is one. Secondly, you heard they wanted to put sanctions on Senegal,
Yeah.
our best team on Africa. That it is get banned out of the what?
The World
Out
Cup.
of the World Cup. But before we get into that, there is a rumoring or a rumor mongering around that people are boycotting the World Cup. Due to the fact that what we've said, double race. Have you heard of anything similar?
Yeah, I've actually heard about that. But anyway, Europe was, I think it wanted to stay out of it all. Like, if they are fighting for Greenland, that's none of our business.
Yeah.
So until an incident recently, actually there was a ship, a US ship,
Yeah.
that was found near Scotland, in Scotland's water. So Scotland's naval army went on board and then captured the captain and the second in command. So they're like, the rest of the crew can stay there to keep the ship running, but we need you here to explain what are you doing there,
Yeah.
such things.
So
then from
what
nowhere-
you're trying to say is that already the USA entered into into the no man's land.
Yeah. So after them taking them captive, from nowhere, they disappear.
They took people and then they disappeared.
The captain, the second in command, they disappeared. And then US released the statement saying that they are their citizens and they need to be prosecuted from their country, not in Scotland. So a lot of the nations in the EU, are
That is
saying
the European
yeah,
Union.
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
going to boycott the tournament. They are going to forfeit from the tournament. So would that still be the World Cup?
That is what they always say. I feel like that's what they always say, but they never come through with that. There's a lot at stake there. They won't.
But America,
No,
It's a big game to
you see, that was I agree with the NL, and you know very well when in the early stages of the Ukrainian war, you heard what Russia said. What did they say? They wanted to bomb, to nuclear Ukraine.
Yeah.
And we're all, I'm sorry to when you say this, we were looking forward to it.
So,
For
what
some
happened?
of us,
We were
actually in
looking forward
Africa,
to
we're
What
like,
happened?
we don't know what happened there. Like,
That's exactly. So when you say what Enel is saying is that yes, these guys could say yes, we want to boycott. Maybe that was which countries want to actually boycott World Cup.
actually, the war.
Uganda is not part, right?
Of course. We're not even there.
Yeah.
How would we boycott?
So which country?
Because I saw there was Scotland, I think, a few nations, and there you see also Australia.
Australia also
But
wanted
you know,
to boycott.
America's done a lot. It has been threatening Iran.
That's like an everyday at office in the Trump administration. Like a threat has to be out every day. I think it's like a target.
But I don't know, but America's done a lot. And I think a few countries, okay,
What do you mean by
they are not
America
yet,
has done a lot? A lot in what? You need to
They
come
said they will
clean.
take Greenland by force.
Nothing happened.
It's not their area. They are abducting people from their countries. They are taking over oil rigs that are not even in their country. You know,
They kidnapped the president,
hey,
but they gave justification to that. He was a dictator.
in his country, that's not your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So your laws don't apply there. And again, we say this. They have moved away from the WHO.
Yeah. That's yes.
They resolved USAID.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying they have done a lot.
So them hosting World Cup, and keep in mind that our listeners, this is purely a tech and sports show.
Yes.
So our concern is that if all that is happening, will the World Cup have audiences, or the government of America will pay tickets to its native to fill up those stadiums?
Also, the tickets are too expensive. I saw each going over for like 4K.
Maybe too expensive for you as an African person.
4K?
Yes.
4K must be a lot even for an
Yeah.
American.
Yeah, that is a lot of money. But there are a number of rich people that
It's so NL, what do you mean by it? So you think the FIFA committee that sat down and be like, you know what? I think the money for the ticket has to be this much.
No, but
They are not competent enough.
No, I remember they said they put policy whereby it will vary. That the price will depend on the demand. So the first match may be like about I think 4,000. It will have a low turn up, and with that is what they will use to market.
So
But,
what are we watching?
But NL,
Is it
imagine.
still for the love of the game?
Exactly.
Or a money scheme?
Yeah,
It's now a money scheme.
because I mean, you
It's
see,
not all about money.
those are the things we are saying, that really football has been messed up. Because now I just want you to imagine NL. We had the AFCON in Morocco.
Yes.
Going to Morocco alone, no, literally, unless when you embezzle government money, you could afford to take that trip.
And it's funny how
No, and Morocco is an African country, FYI.
yeah, it's actually funny how it's more expensive to fly within Africa than in other countries.
Exactly. So, but that didn't happen, and there were no free jet. Given the fact that Uganda was part of the people, there was no there was no fund to move with the Ugandans.
Yeah.
So we had to rely on the natives, or Ugandan natives in Morocco, to support us.
Hence our section being empty.
Exactly. So, and then you saw the results that our boys came up with. And colleagues, that takes us into our second segment, which is AFCON. Ugandan, literally, we didn't have fans there. Okay? But anyway, first and foremost is Sarah's penalty in the playoffs.
It was served comfortably.
Yeah.
I think it was part of an arranged argument. It was
Yeah,
among all my years of
first
soccer,
pause there. Why? Where did you get these conspiracies?
Do you have proof?
You not that you always have some conspiracy.
No.
Hey, where do you get these theories from?
No. That felt like a script play written by a very terrible script writer.
That he
honestly
gets his penalty.
That's true. Because no. You can feel from the reaction of the rest of the players. They didn't see that it was like a loss, that he missed it, or like, let's just go on. They didn't care about it. So I don't think it was a major thing. I think it's something they said, let's him hold it and we be level.
No,
and we play normally.
NL, we are meaning up the Salah's penalty. Salah in the playoffs.
Yes.
He took a penalty and the penalty was comfortably handled by the goalkeeper.
Yes, there's also that one, but I'm still saying it because there are two instances. There is his, and then there's this one of
the Real Madrid player.
Yes.
The final.
So I feel like all those things are scripted for the entertainment of the people. It's like wrestling. Maybe like to make this a bit funner, let this and this and this happen. That is why
your conspiracy says that Salah missing a penalty was scripted.
Yes.
These are playoffs NL.
Yes. Because
these are what losers. We were playing a losers
match.
Because even if he scored it, there's a thing nothing big.
But you get medals and recognition, and
I think
also your
player,
rank,
right?
Your rank goes up.
There is a lot to this. I now haven't told you a conspiracy about betting. That's for the next thing podcast.
But NL, Double S, you're talking about rankings. Do they eat rankings? And this is one thing that I remember one time I was telling you about. I've been watching news, the international news, and they keep on saying world number one. Have those guys competed with me to confirm that they are world number one?
For you, have you made it in the Ugandan team to stand a chance?
I tell you, let
us just begin from there.
I don't believe that someone saying that you're world number one in matches you've been there. Let them at least come and interface with a few people here.
No.
Not saying world number one, world number two. Why?
Auntie, for them, what they did, they put for your platform.
Now, we don't have like Formula One here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that you see, statistics is a very good thing. Does that mean that because you don't have a tournament here, you rank us in that group? Is that fair? To call yourself world number one? Why don't you say Europe number one? And it is a sign which shows that Africa is not considered as a continent.
No.
Yes.
No.
It's maybe their farmland.
But I think it's only fair for them to call themselves number one. If we had a
number one on what? No, you see, and you guys, with statistics, I cannot be part of the statistics when I'm not participating.
No, but you not being part of them isn't because of them.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Then
it's because you don't have enough resources.
First, do you consider Africa as a continent?
Yes.
Now, if the tournament does not happen in Africa, no tournament in the world qualifies for someone to say we are world number two, we are world number one. No one qualifies to say that. Those are fake rankings.
Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see your point. Maybe they should put up like a tournament that they say we don't care how, but you have to compete.
Exactly.
If you don't show up,
then you lose.
Then you lose.
Then we will know that Africa didn't.
I feel like that is now an unspoken. It's unspoken rule, because now look at Dubai. Dubai also wanted to participate in F1. What did they do? Just build a circuit. It's the same thing that I think Rwanda is also doing. They are building a track. F1, as long as you build a track, because for F1, you know how it is. They race in all tracks to get the I think champion.
Yeah.
But so, that is like a league. For us, we want continental-wise.
Exactly. Yes,
you know,
those are mini organized tournaments.
No, the
way you see World Cup, the way you see AFCON, Olympics, exactly.
Let them put a racing game in Olympics. And be like, you show up on this track.
It's because Uganda as a country hasn't shown the interest in F1.
No. And exactly, if we don't show up,
then don't add us to your whatever.
No, if you do
number one,
if you do not think you show up and you feel
say
like you have
out
a
of
better person.
four continents, two only, therefore this person is the world number one in Europe and in the other continents.
Yes.
But I feel like it is justified because
No,
people
and
they say,
you're going to hear that Uganda, given the fact that we performed very bad in the AFCON, our rankings are going to change. So, I don't know, and you see, that's the part where I really agree with our president. Our president, for him, said, in his words, that we are no longer a low-income country. And then they told him that according to World Bank, etc., you don't put yourself in what?
In another class.
In another class. He told them, take your figures there.
you come on ground.
For last year, we know we are in what? We don't care whether you say we are not in third world. For us, we know we are in middle income country or something like that. Okay? So the president is clearly telling you that those rankings are biased.
But to a certain level.
NL, do you know that
To a
no
certain
African is
level.
allowed to be in NASA?
Yes.
Do you know that the program only doesn't allow Africans in that program?
Can you give us a justification for that?
It's because
It's their program.
no. What you people look at NASA as a global thing. No. You should not look at NASA as something that is global. NASA is an American institute meant to space exploration and space thing research.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not a global thing. It's not like I think World Bank.
So
The problem is with the Americans.
No, the problem isn't with them. There are some things that you would just best live in house.
okay.
Okay, maybe NASA used the wrong term.
Double
Did
race.
you know that we are not
Let's
allowed to study
has-
rocket science
No,
here?
but I think NASA has in Indians.
Okay, NL. Let me.
Because it's
double
among
race.
the countries
No,
they allow.
double race. Let me put a stopper to NL. It is okay. Wake up and start a nuclear plant here.
But now you can't.
Wake up and start a nuclear plant here.
Yes, you can.
But that one, no, we are not going to go into that topic. Our issue here, we are discussing about the finals for AFCON. I want us to get back to those ones. You watch the game, and then we watch the game with you here. Nearly the second extra whatever time, we are standing. And the game went to what we call chaos. And the NL, I quote, you said, bring the chaos. This is Africa.
That's what we want.
For
You walk off the pitch. This man was seriously, as though he was at the pitch. Go off the pitch.
for anyone that didn't watch that game, in life there are things that you witness once.
Yes.
Things like the thing eclipse.
Yeah.
You get? And then there's this much.
It was a stunner.
Exactly.
It was a stunner.
There is no way I can
It has
explain to
never
you this
been
game.
anywhere on this planet.
But do you know there are people who are not interested in football whatsoever?
We don't
No. No. This was a masterpiece.
NL, it was beyond a masterpiece.
This game had drama, it had love, it had hate, it had
It had
everything.
everything that you would need. If in fact double race, if you were in that football pitch, you should have paid the bonus. You should have paid more money to watch.
Whoever was watching that game.
It was super entertaining.
It now think it makes sense because we watched the opening ceremony.
Yeah.
Pointless.
Yeah, we
It
used
looks
this.
like low budget.
Yeah.
But now we see where they put the money.
In chaos.
The script writer took the money.
Remember, NL, we're also waiting.
You're going to give us a copy of that script you keep talking about.
Remember, we're also waiting for the closing ceremony. We were all so eager here.
Also eager.
And we are like, we're going to watch the closing ceremony, the medal awarding, everything.
No, there's
Trophy
another one
There's
before
another one they have to
where
bring
they
in
bought you.
someone.
Who?
Where
Ediba?
they bring musicians.
Yes, this
And
time
everything half time.
they didn't. They bought some funny people, and then they bought Ediba, I think, Ediba, the movie guy.
Idris Elba.
Idris
Yeah,
Elba.
and then he started talking of his speeches, Africa. Then they bought a kid with football. What is that?
Why did they bring Idris Elba?
We don't know. We were expecting to see there Joshua at Baraka.
Yes.
At Morocco.
Exactly.
The man has a hit song
Yes.
about their country. We didn't see him there.
Exactly.
Does being black make you African?
No.
So why did they bring Idris Elba? Is he African?
You think cartels are only in Uganda?
Only in Uganda.
Man, nowadays
Cartels
we
are
are no longer playing for the love of
cartels
it.
are everywhere.
It's a money scheme.
Apart from
Everything
your-
is a money scheme.
Apart from your Facebook friend, who else do you know in Morocco?
Davares has a Facebook friend in
the
Morocco.
Facebook friend. in
You know, on
Morocco.
social media, you can have a friend anywhere.
Or maybe through VPN. He could be here when he's in London.
For social media, we are all called, we are all joined.
So, quick one. NL, your reaction on that game. Then, Davares also going to start the reaction on that game. Then we'll come in and we'll discuss. NL,
It was, as I said,
Estana.
one of a kind, an eclipse.
If you missed it,
Imagine waiting for 4 years
No,
to just get a chance.
2 years now, right?
No,
2 years and after 4 years.
to just get a chance.
Yeah.
To witness a game like this.
What was your point in that game? Like, what did you love about it? Because you watched it all standing.
I loved a lot of things, but I hated most things. I hated the fact that the team came back. They were not supposed to come back.
Exactly.
They were supposed to go.
Yeah.
And they leave the pitch there, and these guys know that this guy is mean business.
In
Yes.
fact, once you get off the pitch, don't even change.
Yeah.
Just get into the bus and drive off.
Exactly. Go into a plane and disappear.
I was told that Thingimane found some of the people showering in Abajai.
And it's like, hello,
Hey.
first put back your jersey and shoes.
So anyway, that is one.
That's what annoyed
Them
me.
coming back on the pitch was a nightmare for you, and personally, it was also a nightmare for me. Your second point.
My second point was it showed that. Now, this is what I didn't like again. It showed that Africa is. It hasn't really changed. There is a lot of unfairness in how we conduct ourselves. Clearly, that referee had a side. The playbook had stated that the host had to win. I think from the start that was the playbook.
You saw in the Tanzanian game,
Yeah.
Tanzanians complained. And just to add on to your submission, can you proceed?
So, and I feel like just because of that, it's going to happen again and again as long as it's an African game. And of which I don't blame them, because as an African ref, you don't get gigs like this quite often. So once a gig like this comes, you take whatever thing money it is you can get.
The same thing you are saying about BOU. So that game was that man's BOU. It's a gig. But again, to add on what you're saying, it's not just Africa. It's everywhere actually. Just that other countries do it more cleaner. It's more smooth.
No.
You can't tell. Did you know that Barcelona,
Yes.
back in the days, its president had a son, and his son had a hotel. And when they had a home game,
That was you hijacked Enel's time. Enel, was your submission completed?
Yes. Sorry,
Uh-huh.
that
Yes,
one.
and that was kind of continue.
the son would host the referees who are
Hey.
going to,
To officiate the matches.
yes. The night before, because the players and the referees, they sleep in hotels.
Yeah.
The night before the games.
So bakolawo ekivulu ku hotel.
And then they bring in the guy.
Yeah.
So everything was off record. Chobomanya kati awo mukono.
Because WS, you're still on your reaction to the AFCON finals. I wanted to collect NL. I will inform NL is that the referees, they were paid approximately $1,200. Approximately
Per match?
per game, yes, per match. Approximately, that's the money
That's small money.
That's more.
for every match that they officiate.
That's
Is there
very
a
small
way we
money.
could see how much EPL gets?
The APL referees.
Yes.
So they are saying that on top of the 100,000, there's also $200 I think daily allowance for up to 20 days. So in that gig NL is that every referee could leave like 20k.
20K, like
Small money.
no, for a game.
Now imagine,
No, for the overall tournament.
For the overall
Yeah, overall tournament. Imagine if a guy comes and then is giving you 600k.
You know?
600.
Even if it's
a
100.
he will just give you things
Like a 50.
50k.
Yeah.
50k.
Your brother did it. And I mean, that was your submission on the AFCON final.
So all I can say, I was also disappointed by the Senegalese coming back.
Oh,
You know, once you boycott,
You leave.
you don't change your mind.
I wish you were here when you were watching that game. We almost entered the TV.
But to my relief,
Yeah.
they eventually won. But I think I would have preferred. I would have liked it more.
Why would they get one? And this is the thing what I will keep on telling you. The idea that all African businesses have to be smelt by someone non-African should
Yeah, of
stop.
course. I don't-
Now why are they getting warned?
We don't talk about
This was
them.
an African match.
Have you ever had someone like in our federation saying, you know what, England is trash? You don't
No.
hear us saying
You know
such
exactly.
things. But for
So-
them, 1, 2, 3.
Exactly, Africa. You know, I was watching one of the person that was telling us that they were on a certain, I think, podcast, and then one of the person who asked non-African asked that, but what should we do for Africa? You know what this person told us?
And then
The person said, "Leave Africa alone.
you don't mind your own business.
Give Africa its own space. Something will thrive." So when you say we are warned, why warn us when we are playing our own tournament? It's like someone coming into your compound and then is warning you.
And you know, and again, they're the one who give out the bans and the fines. You know, I've always asked this
Yeah.
question: who gives them that right? Who gives them that power? You know, that's the same thing that happened in that movie we watched. For me, I was supporting the Nazis. Like, who gives you that right? Like, why would you come here and tell us this is how your federation should be run?
Yeah.
Who are you?
No, but I think it's just there's something wrong with Africans and with African leaders, and this is where I like the USA, is that you can't become a ruler that side without some sort of financial backing up. Like, they must first assess that when you come into power and money, you won't change. Actually, the most of their leaders go into, I think, into the politics for power and not for money,
Yeah,
which isn't the same thing here.
but you know they still get the money.
Yes, they still do.
Colleagues, come back to football.
Yes.
Me, I want to ask you a question. Yes, are you done with submission?
Yeah. I'm
So
done.
me, one, the match in the beginning was good. 50-50, everyone trying to score. Okay,
Yeah.
but of course Senegal were ahead. Second match, good match. It was then the referee started messing up the game. But like I will
Towards the
agree
end
with
the
all of
second
you,
half.
I was disappointed in Senegal for coming back on the pitch. They went away from the African norms. If you move.
There
No
is
coordinates.
no coming back.
Exactly.
No.
So one, I was disappointed, and these are personal comments, FYI. Okay. Then secondly is that I don't agree and accept that money did an heroism role.
For calling back the players.
Exactly. That, oh my God, because everyone has been saying, oh my God, money, oh my God. No. Like maybe like what Enel said. These guys gave us a shady opening ceremony, a shady closing ceremony, and they invested all the money in the script for the AFCON football.
For an Arab country.
What
to
if
win.
even the man was an actor in that script? That yes, guys will get off the pitch.
And he was on
You will
page
play around. The
86.
chaos will be there. Then you put us all over on the news somewhere. So, to me, that wasn't heroism. And actually, to me, he betrayed his teammates. Football is about being a team.
Yeah.
If 5 teammates say, you know what, this ball is not cool, we move. Who are you to call us back? The coach himself is saying, move away from
Let's go.
In fact,
let's go.
if you remember the other movie that we watched, for some Russians, whatever, the Soviet Union, the guys that were putting in the to prove that the judicial system works in America or something like that. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
What did the man do when they told him, when they went to their principals and then asked him if he would do that, if he would instruct what the man did? Because the man saying the other way,
Either he would have lied and stayed alive, or stick to his country and die.
so what the man do?
He died a hero
Exactly.
for the Germans.
What's the title of that movie?
Nuremberg too.
Exactly. So just that movie shows you that if as a team we say item A, it has to be item A.
Yes.
Did you watch the movie NL? Very interesting movie.
Really.
Very interesting movie. The man made all his fellows, and when they asked him that question, to what? Because everything they had outshined the man. Okay? Then they brought him to principals. The man's people looking on. All his fellows, like, if he says yes, they are walking out as free people.
Yeah. And what I liked about it was he never had any second thoughts.
Exactly.
He knew what had to happen. You know,
Yes.
for someone having second thoughts, he would look to his fellows and be like, what can I do?
Exactly.
But he never looked anywhere.
No.
He just looked down and said, Hail Hitler.
Yeah. He didn't have a plan B. So this is what we are saying. Football is played as a team. So if the team says, you know, and that thing of like, oh my God, what would other people say about us? This is us.
Yeah, you know?
You like me the way I am. Not to give you that, so, you know, that's the reason. That's why, by the way, African, we are failing to win the World Cup.
We don't have solidarity.
You remember when our guys were playing with Egypt the first time?
Yeah.
Instead of hammering the guys were going for selfies. Hammer the man 10 goals, be like, oh my God, which kind of guys are these? You get?
Yeah.
So, I go back to my point. To me, Mane disobeyed the instructions of the coach. And there should be no one outside praising Mane that he did an hero. Because those are the guys, that's why, in fact, they were the ones saying it. To explain their propaganda, putting their eyes in African football. That Mane was an hero. To me, if you stick to your rules, if you stick to your principles, because this is what this guy, the coach is the lead, right?
Yeah.
What was the coach saying? Leave the pitch. The players that were there listened and did what?
And left.
Who are you to call them back? Is Mane above the coach?
Of course not.
And why are they penalizing Senegal for leaving the pitch? Why are they banning? Why are they giving Semani coach 5 matches? Why are they doing that? Let us also join the team that is trying to boycott World Cup. We can also go into as Africanity. You take one African team, play your tournament.
Yeah. You're all not playing. But
And this is to be World Cup.
That's difficult.
And like NLU, WS, you keep on saying, you like chaos?
Yeah, of course.
But AFCON is its own body, or it's also under.
It is the FIFA president was there.
Every federation is
Yes.
under FIFA
Yes.
in the world. Every.
It's under FIFA.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked, who gives them that right? Who gives them that power?
But that aside, I don't know if you watched the game. There is a way I wasn't pleased with it's for I think Africa. It's I think AFCON. No, that thing body is it called AFCON or
Which one?
UFA?
CAF.
The one for
Yes,
Africa,
CAF.
it's called
CAF.
CAF.
Yes, I wasn't happy with the president. He looked like he was all over the place.
No, that's not the problem. He was very, how can I say it?
He seemed
Dull.
arrogant.
You know, you see someone just seated there.
Who?
The CAF president. Did you see what that Moroccan prince was doing? Cheer on, like, show some passion. Like, be as if you went to watch a game.
Yes.
Don't sit there as if I don't know what you're watching. Maybe kids running around.
I need people to just be there.
Maybe he was doing that to be, how can I say, unbiased. Not to show that he's supporting one side.
Exactly, and the whole ceremony was dull. Those guys try to show us that you guys, you being Africans, blah, 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 you're not supposed to behave like that. But let me tell you one thing. In this world, never allow anyone to come into your compound, to come into your space and dictate for you. There's a movie that we also watched. Okay, some mafia, okay, having a nuclear bomb, and then he says, I think was hired to do all that chaos and the likes. Now this man who hired him called him a fool, and is like, I gave you money to do ABCDYZ. You know what the man told him? He put his hand on his shoulders and he told him, because you gave me money makes you my boss, makes you own me. You get it? Then he's like, do you feel you're in charge?
He was like, I think you are under an illusion.
Yes. Does this makes you feel in charge? Because you gave me your money, and you know what happened? Go and watch the movie, you'll see what happened.
That was a business transaction. I gave you my services, you paid for them.
Yes.
It doesn't mean you own me.
And you get what? So it doesn't mean that because, yes, Africa receives money from the FIFA, based on the budget that Mutiaba has been talking about, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't make them own us. Because I gave you food, I'm going to tell you to you go and throw yourself in the toilet.
Because each country has its own federation.
Exactly.
So if you're the one who's going to host, it would have been upon your federation to do everything necessary to see that you accommodate all the countries, that you have enough beaches, you have enough hotels, your road infrastructure is good, you know. But now, FIFA has to come in your country and dictate. And be like, you look poor.
Yeah.
Your roads are bad.
Yeah.
We won't host from there.
Yeah.
And then they go to another country.
Yeah.
Who gives them that right?
They do. Them.
That's what you see. That's why I've always told you this. This is the part where we need to agree and join our president. Because when you hear our president talking, it comes from a point blank. He doesn't listen. Why did you stop me from being a middle income country? And then you had his argument on the ocean. If we are all on a single apartment, one compound, who has access to that compound?
We all should have access.
Exactly.
The only problem is
so what makes you say we have access to the ocean? This is our ocean. Who gave it to you?
It's not yours. Fine, you have access to it and we don't, but it's not yours.
Exactly.
I don't think there's anyone who owns the ocean.
My friend, you'll be shocked.
Exactly. You see, again, NL, that is, we just put in as a point. People own oceans actually.
Yes. They'll be like, you are in our waters.
Yes.
Move away from there.
No, there's that defense thingy point of view.
Forget about the first point of view. NL, the truth of the matter and the facts will remain. No one owns an ocean.
Why do you need it on water yet on land? We are very close to each other.
Exactly.
Like the no man's land is like a small plot.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
That's a tricky one. That is a tricky one.
Do you see where your president's argument are.
I do see it. but
Now, again, imagine if FUFA starts to declare, because that is our next point here. Okay, but before we get into our next point, I wanted us to one key highlight of that match and what you learned. Starting with Davares. Just one key highlight and what you learned as an African person.
What I learned is we are way more capable than those guys. We can do whatever we want. We can do it better than them. There's only one problem. We are too corrupt.
NL, not one is that was his yours. I didn't see you want to one
allow me
thing.
react.
Okay.
Let me first read, but
Uh-huh.
they always say that you speak about corruption
Yeah.
until it starts to benefit.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. Let me just
Did you
let me
hear?
talk about that.
Did you hear what Eno said? Did you hear Eno's words
I heard
perfectly?
what he said, but that is because people go and do things for the wrong reason.
So Eno,
If you go to play for the nation,
yeah.
your main objective should be to bring honor.
Davares, referring to the movie that we discussed earlier, okay? If corruption starts to be in favor of you, would you still take it?
Yeah, you can say no. You can say no.
No, we don't want to say you can. The question is to you. Would you still take the corruption?
A number of segments on the news have been documented about past Ugandan players who did great
Yeah,
for this country.
yeah.
Great things that we still know up to now.
Yeah.
But where they? They chose honor. They have their honor. They have their tomatoes in their houses hanged.
But the NL, they are suffering.
They are suffering. They don't have food.
They don't have, yes, they don't have food.
food.
They don't even have clothes. They don't even have housing.
That's what I'm saying. You did something for the wrong reason.
We asked you,
You going and playing for your country shouldn't be about making money. That's not a job.
no.
That's not a job.
I mean, that was
You should blame the club,
Davares,
not the nation.
We asked you a question. If corruption, okay, let me say it like this. The Ugandan Cranes strike when they were there. Okay. Now imagine if you were sidelined and be like, you know what, Davares, you need to strike. We have your 5K here with you. The other people, no one cares about them. What would you do? In that case, it is favoring you. What would you do?
I'm going to say one word.
What would you do?
From that movie that we said, Hail Hitler. I would gladly stand up and go and join the one. You know, for me, I like chaos, by the way. More than anything.
I always say, I watched this in a movie. The character said that there is.
You see, they're about to tag you guys as movies. FYI, we pick concept, dissect them, and then put them in your life. That's why we are referring to specific movies.
They say, the guy said that there is a line between a normal person and a greedy person. Because in life there is a threshold you pass whereby money isn't an issue. Like let's say if it's let's say it's 1 million, and if you have that amount of money, all your needs, your basic needs, thing handled.
My friend,
If you are at that threshold and you still want more, now that is greed. If you're at a point in life whereby you already have enough money for your current needs, but for some reason you just want more of it, that is the true definition of greed.
I don't believe in what you're saying.
NL and Davares. That's a topic for another discussion. Just
one word.
Yeah, no.
Maslow's pyramid.
Not.
I'm going to say one word. Maslow's pyramid.
What does it say to a native that is not familiar with what you say?
Now, Maslow's pyramid has different stages, and on each stage, there is the needs you need to stay in that stage.
Yes.
And as it goes up, it becomes narrower.
Yeah.
It means the higher you go, the more people have that much money to get such needs. there is a difference between a need and a want.
Yes.
But the more you go
no.
up that pyramid, they become wants,
Double
not
S.
needs.
Double S. I want you to put a pause there. In our next episode, as Great Minds, that is going to be part of Great Minds. And colleagues, you can hear the minds are indeed great minds. Someone's talking of which pyramid, and then dissecting the what? The pyramid. So, colleagues, before we move away from the finals, I want to ask one question, and this is a yes or no question. Is FIFA allowed to penalize Senegal? Yes or no? Don't give me a reason. Double S.
No.
NL?
Yes.
Where do you always want? Give us. Okay, now.
That is what I wanted to.
Now, give
why
us-
are you refusing us to give reason?
Give us the reason as to why
Okay.
FIFA should ban Senegal.
I now want to again go back to a movie I watched. What I did here
Yes.
is called baiting. Hey, kind of have baited him to be curious. No. My real answer was no, but since you have given us the chance to you can't take it back.
Yes.
Hey.
It's okay. Continue.
They can't penalize them because it is a free game. It is a freedom thing.
It is in Africa.
It is Africa. You can do whatever you please. If you feel like you are not happy with it, it's like it isn't a must to participate. So if you do not want, don't. So they had no right to penalize them in any way.
Double S, what was your reason for no?
For me, mine was no. Because even if I'm working somewhere, I should be able and freely to quit anytime I want. It's not by force.
Okay. Now, $1 million question. Would you okay, or are you okay with Africa boycotting World Cup?
Yeah. That would actually be great.
Would
that
you be
would
okay
be great.
for Africa to boycott World Cup?
Yes.
NL?
But can they?
No.
I mean, at
reality
one
says
moment, we need to show solidarity. That we as Africa, we can stand alone. Anyway, moving on forward, the referee in that game has been cleared, and they are saying is a World Cup material.
Yeah.
What does that gives you? And do you know who has cleared the referee?
The president of the CAF
Exactly. With the influence
FIFA.
from where?
from FIFA.
What does that mean to us?
But did
Are we in control of our game?
No, I think we are not.
No, but did you people look at that president of CAF? I've been around so many people who are corrupt. I can look at a person who is corrupt from just a look.
Unamtaja ni conspiracy.
Yes.
No.
That man watched each and every game.
Yes.
That guy looks. I wish we could pull up his image.
But was it necessary?
I don't know why we even need to get clarity that yes, these people. I don't know. Do we need the justification that our tournament was valid? Because it's like
Is it
someone
necessary?
telling us that someone somewhere has to say yes, African tournament is valid and is recognized. We are not in control.
No, I think they just do that to have a bit of order. Because even us can say that, you know what? In order to be the greatest, you have to play here at
Now, colleagues, moving on. If we see that during the match, I think before even giving out the medals and the likes, but again, you saw there was some confusion. But if you notice critically, you will tell that they handed the flag to the next host to East Africa.
Yeah.
And our very own, the one and only FIFA president, the best FIFA president that so far Uganda has had, under his leadership, we hosted Chan. Are you agreeing? Under his leadership, we've renewally been in the under 16, 17.
Under 17 World Cup.
We reached what?
For the first time.
Exactly.
The knockout stages.
Yes.
Actually, we went to the quarters.
Exactly. Okay. Under his leadership, Nambole Stadium has been done what?
Renovated. it's now going to a capacity of 60.
Because they saw how much money they were losing.
NL, I'm still coming. Under his leadership, Hoima Stadium is what?
Fully complete and ready for any tournament you want. World class.
Are you still coming?
I'm still coming. Now, under his leadership, we have been successful one day to host Chan. Under his leadership, we have been chosen and favored and selected to host the best tournament in the world.
Now let me come.
Which tournament is that? Which tournament is what? The best tournament in the world?
It is World Cup.
AFCON.
No, it is
AFCON.
World Cup. You said in the world.
Yes. For us in the world as Africa, the best tournament is
World
AFCON.
Cup has only been great once, and that was in South Africa.
Thank you very much. Tell him.
Passionate.
And everyone says very well, when they rank all the World Cups that have happened, African World Cup was unimaginable.
Yes, because it was a one of a kind.
With this Liverpool player who is always making shows, Mike Rowan says, in Africa, when you watch a game, you will be shocked. African, even when they're not in the game, they will support their Africans with one heart.
Yes.
So whatever things, when things happen in Africa, oh my God, magic happen. Now, Uganda NL, under the leadership of the one and only FUFA president, who had introduced a league format in our Uganda Premier League, has now brought AFCON to Uganda. And as we speak, he was in the parliament advocating for the expansion of Nambole. Submitted the documents that I think him and some other person had access to.
Yes.
And the committee he had gone to, they didn't have the documents.
But they were claiming they had copied him in the email.
Exactly. And signed documents by him. So the fight between Magogo and the Ogwang left Magogo literally with nothing. And this story is still beginning. The MPs want cars.
Yes.
The MPs want their families and their side families.
Yes. To get insurance, housing, medical care, everything.
Magogo is hustling to get money to renovate Nambole such that we can host the best tournament in the world. The MPs, now let me ask you a simple question, because I see you're starting to grow red. The job you have, do you need to be given money to buy your own car? The number of MPs that we have in our parliament are almost wanting to equate to our population. And every time they go into that parliament, they receive cars.
Yeah.
FYI, I'm told, and I was shocked with this, they get money close to 400 million to settle within the one and only mighty region, the central region.
The central region. So even if you are from Karamajong,
yes,
Arua, wherever you are,
you get money
funds so that you get a home here.
A home here. Not renting. No, my dear. To get money and come, and because the parliament is where?
In the central.
You see, are you still boiling?
But guess what? There are MPs we have never seen speak a single word. Yet they made their commute to the parliament very easy.
And one of our fellows is that you notice that of recently he lost the elections. Our neighbor, and you saw during the parliament session this week, literally he was the only one in the parliament. Literally, same Mujunganda.
Yes.
And then later on, I saw that the guy is organized at the end of your party. Man, honestly, I don't understand. Now, in relation to what we are discussing out NL here, do you think on record Magogo is right?
I want to go back to what I said.
And remember, we are first and foremost, you deserve a credit for hosting, for Magogo securing us to host the AFCON.
The AFCON.
And if AFCON will be in Nambole, I will be there.
Of course.
Any other stadium, count me out.
Oh, Hoima.
I think it would be a good road trip. We go to home for a game.
We'll see in 2027 next year. As of now,
Because I was told that prod is now good.
because the advantage they have for us hosting,
Yeah.
you can come in any season, any
Yeah.
time of the year. For us, we have 2 seasons, wet and dry,
Yeah.
and you can be comfortable.
Actually, all seasons we
Yeah.
are
good.
yeah.
It's not the heat is too much,
Yeah.
or the rain is too much. No, we don't
Yeah.
have floods here. By the way, you can.
Remember, we are part of Africa.
Yeah,
Have you forgotten that?
No, that's it. We only have 2 in this country.
yeah, dry and wet.
Yeah. Yeah.
You thought we had summer
No, first say. No, I feel like those are the only things
And
that
spring.
should be there.
and no, there is summer, spring,
Winter.
winter.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the difference between spring and autumn?
And after that, I don't know.
Where are you getting? You man. No, not all of us studied history. So how is
No,
autumn?
I feel like it's just the way the thing white man is trying to feel so thing different, because here we have our thing dry season, but we also have a part of that thing dry season that is extremely hot.
So NL, what you're trying to say is that someone was telling me that the only way you can hide knowledge from Africa is writing it down. Then one of the professors stood up and said, no, that someone said that to make us more dense. We Africans, we are intelligent. So what you hear, what NL is saying is that he's trying to say that us having 2 seasons is wrong. We have all seasons that they also have.
I didn't have. The only thing that we do not have is winter, and it's because we're not cast like.
But we also have our winters. You go to Kabad.
Yeah, we actually do.
You go to Fort
there
we also have
there
our
are countries
winters.
in Africa that get real winter, real snow.
exactly.
Like Lesotho.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't know why it's just us who do not say here summer.
So NL, that was a by the way. So back to my topic. Magogo has not been given money. I've given you my MP budget. What's your take on that? Given the fact that you're a football fan, as we speak in the studio, you're putting on a Jersey fan, a Jersey kit, Arsenal kit. I don't know why it's not KCCA or what.
It's because
you are here.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy one, but they're expensive. Why am I buying a jersey that has been made here at 50,000? Why? No.
So NL, money to renovate Nambole.
Now, I wanted to say it earlier on that all these issues of money and in the parliament arise from one thing: the quality of people we are bringing in the parliament. 80%, yes, 80% of them are poor. And when I say poor, I'm not speaking of the middle class. No, there is the rich, the middle, then there is the poor. The poor are the ones who are going there.
They come from Katanga.
The rest we are listening to NL.
Because any other person would
No,
not
that is only what.
would not like fight so hard to get money to buy a car. You get, but the poor look at that as a very big opportunity, and the government also knows that it's bringing in the poor who can't afford those things. That's why.
And you had what this guy who says Chiambagwe.
By the way, he said that's not a job.
Exactly.
And he said for him, he doesn't need the cars. Let them take the money and give them to the poor people. He has his car.
Exactly.
He has his farms. He has his businesses. You don't have to
Those
give him
are the people we
money
want
for suits.
representing us, because they do the job because they actually want to make a difference, and
But
he
he was also on
privileges.
he was on a case for fraud.
But also, just Enel, are you done?
No, Enel. Enel is not yet done because I'm not yet fault
Okay.
him. Should they? Why are they not giving money to Mago? And Enel, remember, the national debt is extremely high.
Yeah.
The country has no money. Country
But-
has a lot of expenses.
Matia Kasai just says otherwise.
But he says everyone is asking him for money. Can I look? There's a thing Magogo. My man has suffered. Two people in the same thing household call him asking for money. The speaker is going to ask for money for the MP's cars. Magogo also wants
and
for
Eno, just to be clear and just to be on record is that as of May 2025, Uganda's debt was around 116.2 trillion, approximately 32.3 billion US dollars.
And the debt per capita.
That one I have to just check it, but so far that is what it is. So $1 million question is that it's what I've been roaming into my head. What do we use that money for?
Let me see. We have people that get some good money.
And these guys want to borrow by the more so that they can accommodate the cars and the insurance for MOPs. Where is the ordinary person? We are talking about have you been? And then you say hospitals are. You are what they are saying. The politician. Nobody seen. No what.
Yes.
And then we are voting an MP. We give a car. We give a house. We give insurance to even his side chicks. Enel Magogo has been refused to get money to renovate Nambole. Enel, I want to hear. Are they okay to do that? Or not? Or we need to join NUP?
Until now, bring this up. But the easiest way I can is to now again say what I had. This is now the third time I'm going to bring it up. Unless you're benefiting from it, you will be against it.
Yeah, because you can. You know, someone was saying that in Parliament there, if the discussion is about how much money we're giving, state house, what, there will be so much noise from the opposition.
But if it's
But
coming
when
to
they
them,
say we want to increase the salary, and of which these guys were in the debate to increase their money, which they did, and no one made the noise, just flies Enel's statement. See,
if one of us here was on that list, and we know that if it comes through, you are getting a car, and us around you are getting free health care, we will not be speaking about anything.
would it even appear on our agenda? But it is on our agenda.
Because as we said,
And remember, this agenda is vetted by a serious committee, but they managed to leave the agenda on the list. Why?
for you to become an MP, the main objective is to get money. My dear, for most MPs, reading is not in their objectives. That's why they will be in the parliament sleeping. People are discussing some issues, they are dozing.
I still strongly agree that they should pass a bill on the restrictions to be an MP.
And basically, let me add, I mean, that is going to contribute to some issues, but let me give you also this one to help you, whatever, is that a medical doctor needs 12 years. Okay? And when you look at his salary and divide it by, compute it at an annual basis, just an MP being given a car, that money is nearly equivalent to the salary of a medical doctor in the entire year.
For the entire year.
No, it's because of the how should I put it? It's called the supply in the workforce.
I know.
Remember before being a doctor,
The man did economics.
I did economics.
Yes.
Before, when there were a few doctors, I think in 19 something.
Yeah.
Being a doctor was something big. And if you had that doctor,
But see, you would be
Asura,
broke. So you'll be
They were
broke.
big,
They were big by name,
Yeah.
but broke in money,
No.
in pocket.
The old doctors used to have wealth.
No, broke in pocket.
The old ones.
Broke in pocket.
A doctor in 1980.
teacher, yes, broke in pocket. If now in this day and era, doctors are broke, where did you get your statements? So what is happening now? Okay, if
Now they
if we
are-
agree, the Asian doctors were rich. How about the doctors
they
now?
are because there are too many. Actually, these days they even do gigs to just really survive. He's doing like 3 hospitals in
Yes,
in one
100%.
to
Because
just survive.
Exactly.
But it's because there's now a number of people who have his same exact skill.
This is something we said. We talked about this with JW back in a time. You see, NL is something you're not seeing. Your pay grade or what you earn doesn't come with your skill or what you're doing for the country.
yeah,
Comes with the power.
yeah,
What can you do? What
Yeah.
do you have access to?
yes,
My friend, that's actual power.
yeah,
Democracy, that's all rubbish.
yeah. Yeah. And NL, you did history. You should be the best guy on this podcast to actually guide us, even tell us the things that we are telling you.
That is all rubbish. You see, you might be actually blaming Magogo for eating people's money when the man doesn't even get that money.
Exactly.
He reports to the National Sports Council.
And actually, NL, you come to put something in my mind. What if this Ogwang, you said who?
Ogwang, yes.
What if Ogwang didn't receive on the show? And now it's being. You remember there was a rumor which says that
It was in collaboration.
On each committee there for you to pass your budget. There is kickback. What if Magogo ate alone? But
What
what
if
if?
he's not defending you? That's a very strong.
You get, and now he has gone back to ask for money for Nambole. And like, hey, you man, where is our money? So your submission.
NL, actual money doesn't come with you actually being given that money. Even if you get $1 trillion today, it will all vanish in 1 week. Access to how you can get that money, that's actual power. Now that's actual money. That's why you see, you can say now for you have generational wealth.
Yeah.
When you have access to the assets. You get. But for you going and winning a lottery, don't call yourself rich, my friend. You are not rich. You are rich, okay, for a year. You're going to buy a car, a good house, and then eat. After you're going to sell your car, and then you sell your house, and then you go back to being broke. But then someone who has access to the assets, even if it reaches a time when I don't have a single coin, I would go through the same steps and get the money back.
But how about when WhatsApp faces?
And the same thing, access. Well, what I mean by access, it means it might not be an asset. It might be a signature.
That was your submission on Magogo's case.
On Magogo's case is, there's nothing wrong Magogo did. Because even if you didn't get the budget, you have your own. It doesn't call up for you, to make a scandal. You can listen to it and then be like, we've heard what you are submitted, but this is what we have. And then you see a way to make it work.
Yeah.
But the moment he started reading things out, one came up and was like, we don't have that document with us.
Yeah.
And if we don't have that document, there's nothing to talk about here.
Exactly.
Full stop.
That was it. Court adjourned.
Full stop.
Remember, this is the FUFA president. Was the FUFA president undermined by a minister? Is this how government runs? Everyone is a god on his own.
That is a big topic.
Yeah, now have you seen? Now the minister has actual power.
Yeah. And remember, he's the sports minister. And Magogo is whatever is under sports. Now, we as football fans, we are hustling because you know very well, getting a number ticket is a nightmare.
Yes.
Unless us who have, here and there, we manage to get them. You saw last time when we were buying tickets. We had to refresh, keep it. Why so?
It was as if we are
Now
going
the man wants to make
hit a jackpot.
Exactly.
No, but I think it was because of the mass load.
That is what we are saying. If that pitch is expanded to close to 60k or 80k or probably 100k,
We won't go through
what
that hassle.
yes.
No, I still believe we will.
No, I believe
For after it.
for
it
the
will
dumb
again
people,
happen.
they will go through that hassle.
But by
Because
the
for us, we will buy when no one is buying because we will be safe and
Yeah.
we will know that the tickets are there.
yeah.
Now times we had to go into the commotion because we knew if we don't get the tickets early, they are going to get done before you get the
Yeah.
chance. But here you'll be like, a lot of people are awake around 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Leave them to buy at that time. For you come at like 2 because you
And-
already know the tickets are there.
Yes, and NL and Dawes is that even in his plan, there are chance to change the traffic along that side. I don't know how that stuff is going to work. I don't know what plans they have. They have to shift that road to Nambole, such that football cannot affect other people doing their businesses other than football. How is that going to happen?
That
These
is
people think we are where are we?
No. Every time there is a match, the only route which is affected is actually it isn't a main road.
Mokono route.
No.
Chileka route.
Yes, NL it is.
I'm
it
saying
is.
a route which is closed off under Kaka.
Yes, they close them off.
Alone jam.
Making them pass in weird areas.
No, it is only that thing of what's its name thingy
Once
jokers.
you go to the railway something.
Yes, that is the only route which is
But
closed.
have you seen, Auntie, because everyone who was passing there is forced to come and use the Nambole route.
Yeah.
Of which your thingy of thingy jokers isn't a main road. It's just some other route, but it isn't a main route.
Or maybe NL it was supposed
It
to be
is a main
field
route
land.
when you're heading to industrial.
What,
Actually,
no,
it might even have
what
been
if it
field
was
land.
part of field land and then
to Chinawataka.
people
Yeah.
put petrol stations there? What if?
Yeah.
There is thing also that.
Did you see that there is actually there was some clinic over health center?
Yeah.
It can't work on such days.
Because that road looks like it was just there because of that. It isn't a main road.
Okay, so colleagues, that is football, okay? And like we said, it's a football show, and a Take Great Minds show.
Yeah.
So what we are discussing earlier has a component to do with our minds. And given the fact that we are Ugandans, we're not any special than any other ordinary person. We have the right and freedom to discuss what we feel like we can feel. This is what the president told us.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech, right? Okay. Now, but when the sticks comes through, you know who I voted for. So, now, the next topic is take. Topic 1 in that segment is take and recreation. There is something happening in Russia. That they are becoming sparsely populated.
Yeah.
The population is not growing. The population is full of elderly. And they are claiming is that technology is the root cause of this. And they are saying, like what Anna was saying earlier, there are times that technology needs to be shut off. For example, when it comes to be from 10, way through 6 a.m., there should be no technology. So according to Russia, that time is the recreation time. NL. Valid or not valid? Should that same law be implemented here?
In Uganda, I feel like it should not be a daily thing. But from this time to this time, they should just have a day, like one day, like a month.
So in others, you do agree that technology has an impact on recreation?
Yes, it does. I have witnessed it. It greatly affects your productivity. That's the most thing it hits if you use it badly.
How about when you say someone say even at 6 a.m. they are on the phone, even at 1 a.m. they are on the phone, because this is what is happening in Russia.
Yeah.
People no longer look at people now. No, they are busy, scrolling through, seeing what is happening around the globe.
Yeah, it's a very big distraction, and You won't know it until you notice that you have spent about 25 hours on TikTok.
NL. I mean, double race.
I think for me, it could be positive or negative. And in this case, Russia is saying it's negative.
Yes.
But
do you agree with their blackout times?
No.
So they
Completely
should.
no. Because now let's say that other than the time that the internet is on during the, instead of people seeing things that encourage marriage of opposite sex, all they're seeing is the rainbow. So how are you solving that by removing the internet for gay people?
That topic.
That table,
That one,
expensive drinks are shaking.
NL, that one need to go through on this agenda.
It wasn't approved.
Okay.
It has not yet been cleared.
Yes,
So
but-
find another reason.
Okay, and then another thing, how it could be positive, because there was some time where we wanted to quit using X because there was a lot of pornography
Yeah,
and
yeah.
nude and so that could be a motivator for one. Whereby I saw some Ugandans were debating about a topic from NRD that would someone have a friendship baby? So you have friends and then you just decide to have a baby out of
And
nowhere.
Yeah, but I think that is
So
happening.
someone seeing something like that on
Hospitals
the
are doing
internet,
that already.
yeah. So you see, it can motivate
Yeah.
increase in the population.
But in double race, have you looked at the European populations, how they are suffering?
Yeah.
There is a meme which showed you that the white people in the same hospital, there's a bench on the other side, there's also a bench on this other side. The white people are in the line of abortion. The people that migrated there are going for antenatal. So are you seeing that maybe a few years to come, this whole world, this whole global world is going to be filled by only Africans?
Yeah. And my point is, switching off the internet is not a good solution. I think you need way better schemes than that.
Now you see, that's what I was telling someone is that you see the so-called Western world and the advancement they have in technology is now becoming a problem for them.
Yes.
Now that you see, now they are fighting technology now. You can even see before there were no internet shutdowns, etc. But no one envisioned that, oh my God, this can become a problem at the later day. The same thing is happening to AI. Everyone, oh my God, AI, oh my God. The same thing that used to happen to big data, but now big data is no longer a topic. It was now swallowed by AI. Now, years to come, you see us now fighting AI. Now, you see, if you're intelligent enough, so sometimes abaganda bagamba, eyekonye, buyitawo leero ejjinja ne likkoona. N'okeera ku makya n'oyitawo era ejjinja lirimu ne likkoona. Who is dense? The stone or you?
You.
This is exactly what is happening now. Russia is seeing that the disadvantages of technology. Men are glued to their screens. They don't have time for recreation. Women are glued to their screens. They don't have time for recreation. In fact, recreation will take them. You know, they are these days. Every video you're watching, the first thing what video shows up, Tai Chi, Master Tai Chi. It's all about physical fitness.
Yeah.
No videos for antenatals. No videos for anything like that.
Yeah, you get. And
Any video you watch, how to become a Tai Chi master.
There is some video I saw, and someone put two search queries in a browser. One was, "What should I do? My wife keeps beating me." that was for the husband.
Yeah.
And then, do you know what Google gave him? Maybe there's something wrong. If your wife is beating you, you need to check out this. Maybe you're annoying her.
Yeah,
Maybe you're thinking
yeah,
she's
yeah.
And then she put in, "My husband is beating me." Now, if you're the wife, do you know what came up? This is a helpline. They gave them a number to call. So if the husband is beating you, you call and they come for him.
Exactly.
But if the wife is beating you,
deal
with it.
Yeah.
So I think also men are tired.
And you had even you even had what our the one and only First Lady was saying when she released the PLE, the number of boys dropping out of schools has increased. Girls are performing way better than the boys. And this is what we were saying earlier. The moment you start fighting nature, nature kicks back hard. And that is exactly what we are seeing with our fellows out there.
Yes. Because every time I go to YouTube or TikTok, I have to see a video of some feminist saying why they're equal to men. Saying why, okay, you refuse me from going there.
So again, you're seeing that technology is playing a bigger role. So my take home to this is that we need to we need to let people use their normal natural brain.
Yeah, go back to the norms.
Exactly. And other than that, years later, we are going to be also saying we need at midnight technology is off because we need people to recreate.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, we need better schemes than just taking off the internet.
Any last you summarize on that point? Technology and recreation, good or bad?
Good.
So you agree with the lockdown sometimes, which you had agreed earlier. But I don't know if what happens when you're in the government, people will come for you. Someone was telling MTN to revert their money back.
Me, I don't know.
Their MBs, I never received any MB. All our MBs were consumed.
I feel like in a greater time, I would want to be at least an MP as a plan for my
MP
retirement.
on what side? On the government side or on the opposition side?
The last statement.
As what?
I want to be
The retirement plan.
as a retirement plan. Just an MP to go out with a bang. But an MP just to do good.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
I feel like there is a point you are rich in life and you want to make a name.
Yeah.
And it isn't about making money.
Yeah.
It's now about living a legacy. And I feel like the best way you could do that is in a position of power.
Yeah.
Like that.
But the danger that comes with it.
Every job has a danger.
Yeah.
Even you who are thinking works in servers. So again, mu thinking server.
Ngateriko. Hey.
Thinking work ni mugura.
Yes. It's a
Okay,
yes.
No fear.
Yes. No, but you.
If the rack falls on you, then there is something wrong
No,
with you.
but
Because the
again, the server
stable.
the server cannot kill someone. At the server, yes.
What if it falls? No, I'm saying this.
How does it fall on the head?
Whatever. Yes. Where were you?
Those are things.
The taller ones.
Oh no, there are those ones which are mounted high.
Yeah.
Like it's a switch. It can fall.
Yeah.
like
Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
So on your conclusion on that.
All I'm concluding is, okay, there is danger in every job, but to what capacity, to what intent? There's you who is going to walk riding a bicycle and you fall in the trench and all you get is bruises, and someone who is driving a Formula 1 car. That once you get an accident when you are going like 400 kilometers per hour, we will just look for your body parts. Here's the arm, here's the head, So you choose based off risk. But all I'm saying, for MP, if you have gone to eat your money in Uganda, that's good. That's a good plan. If you have gone to make change, my friend,
You went sweat.
you will know why BSJ is not sleeping in his house.
Yeah, you're not the first one. Okay, anyway, colleagues, another one undertake, okay? Tech and the business. You've seen what the social media in Uganda now are all about. We have one of the prominent figures took a selfie, a recording from somewhere. As I speak, I've seen the mattresses there. I've seen the so-called people who use TikTok and they tag themselves as TikTokers. I don't know if that's a valid English. I've seen them on that pier. And soon it is becoming a worship ground. Soon there will be a Messiah saying they have seen the miracles in that building. Are we using tech for the wrong reasons? Are we using tech to do bad things? And are we using tech to spoil and consume the time of our youths? Are we using tech to destabilize this country? NL and WS, your views.
I think my view is I think tech is being used for a lot of things, but I think mostly it's being misused. Have you ever heard about the word brain rot? People are now rotting their brains on the internet.
Yeah.
Because someone will go from morning to evening for the whole week on social media without doing anything creative or constructive. And you know, it's very addictive. Once you start scrolling, my friend, to stop. You might start and be like, I'm going to do that after 30 minutes. By the time you realize that time has gone, when it has been 6 hours, and you've been scrolling
Exactly.
the whole time.
Now, I want you to multiply those 6 hours times the 30 days in a month.
You know, that is almost like half of your work time.
Wasted. The company that's selling data are making money.
They're making money.
Now, you spending that time on them,
You're paying money, of course, to buy internet.
and later on you will blame the government for what?
Yeah, for not giving you jobs, for everything, for overtaxing you, you know. And that's what I said. What Russia needs to do, you have to take off everything for about 2 weeks or a month.
And WS were in the same car with you, right?
Yeah.
Remember, NL, we had a notice. There's someone, a permanent, the person uses that app that has a Range Rover. You saw it, and FYI, personalized number plates.
Yeah.
A new model.
You've been working
TikToker.
in formal employment for ages.
Yeah.
That thing doesn't make sense.
But
so maybe taking the business
We
is
are
actually
still
good.
running to the village to see what piece of land we can afford.
No, I feel like every venture has its time. There is as I said earlier, it's about demand. In the 90s, in the 2000s, even last year, there was a demand in a certain field. We say like a few years ago, like 5, IT was where the money was because few people were in it. Then when everyone knew, they flooded IT. Now to enter into IT is quite hard. So now it's now in Uganda, it's now being a content creator. It's now rising up. Now everyone is becoming a content
But
creator.
which content creation and how is
Yeah.
that content of beneficial to our society?
It isn't
And that's what they're saying.
at
The
its point.
Chinese app, the same version of app they are using, is about businesses. Here, it's about showing someone dancing, shaking what, squatting for us, you know.
Actually, he's right. In China, they normally use it to market.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like big time
So
marketing.
why is it that when it is in Africa here, it is for nudes, for what, simani gundi yakubye gundi, why is it the case?
Because
why isn't it so much of educative and empowering the youth to do what they have to? You heard when the so-called internet guys went and met the president.
Yeah.
Of what beneficial are those fellows to the community if their stories are about that stuff?
None.
I've not had a TikTok show that is educative.
There are a few, but very few.
I think
You see,
it's-
but I think why they do most of that content that is nude in nature, gossip, because it's where the market is.
what the people want to hear. People want Lugambo.
Yeah.
If it is something that's actually sensible, you won't get the views. You won't get paid.
So
Yeah.
you have to, flow with the market. Go with what they want. But I don't know. You see, I've seen most people's TikTok that they are FYP, and when you scroll through it, you scroll through it for an hour and won't get any educative video. Not one. Not about cars, nothing. The whole FYP is either about gossip or
Yeah.
something stupid. About celebrities.
Yeah.
Because for me, I told you, I don't follow celebrities.
Yeah.
Now, for, let me say, like, Fik Fameka or Joshua Baraka going out and swimming, how does that concern me? How does that benefit me?
Exactly.
Seeing him swimming?
You know, maybe it's inspiring someone to go and swim. Yeah, someone is being motivated by him to go and swim. But again, that is what we are saying, is that this idea of living with things, thinking that, oh my God, he has gone to swim, he's a celebrity. Who is celebrity?
Some people are watching, some people sleep
Yes.
for the whole night.
Yes.
They're on live, they're sleeping, and for me, I'm there watching.
I have someone that I know that knows all the Nigerian actors, and she can spend the whole day watching TV throughout the entire night.
But it's funny how when we were young, we'd watch TV the whole day. But now it's shifted to TikTok.
Yeah, to phones.
Yeah.
To phones. It's
yeah.
what now we watch the whole day. We can't watch the TV the whole day, but you can be on phones the whole day.
You know, I remember I used to watch TV, and I would make my own list of shows, setting reminders.
You guys,
when this one gets
you were in a
done.
different league. I never did anything like that. But anyway, bottom line here is that you see, we are embracing a foreign application, and you see the disadvantages versus the advantage that it is bringing to our nation. And you see, sometimes when I hear government blocking certain apps, but though they broke them for, again, weird reasons, you get. But if they say, no, this app is not beneficial in any way for our country, there are countries where, WhatsApp doesn't work.
Yeah.
You get.
Actually, I think about even in China.
The countries,
Yeah.
I mean, we need to they have their own application that is beneficial. There are countries where the EPL that we are discussing about is shown and its frames are skipped. They don't watch live matches. No. But anyway, again, on the same thing which is trending now, you know very well that schools were extended to start on 10th October.
Yeah.
And you know very well that the PLE results have just been released. And you know very well that at least you guys, your cousin, your sisters, they did wonders.
Yeah.
Don't you need to give them a clap? Anyway, accept defeat. If you got your 14,
no.
accept defeat. They performed.
They actually.
You saw their numbers. Their numbers are
beat me,
good. They are
yeah.
all in first grade.
They are
So
all-
the generation is built. You had reasons to protect the gains, to save for the future.
Yeah. I'm happy with all their results.
Yeah.
It's actually also good to see results we can understand.
Yeah.
It's really good. So yeah, I was really happy for them.
Yeah.
Big up. They all beat me by
Yeah,
by
exactly.
the
Of
way,
course.
they all
Are you
performed well.
surprised? Are you surprised that they all beat
I
you?
have, I think I've been beating.
You were like,
Chigaji. So anyway, so in that same line, it's time to scramble for schools, to look for schools. And so far, what we have seen, the schools that we think are of high quality, the schools that we believe that, oh my God, when it comes to this, the school will be good.
yeah.
One, we need to appreciate that they have all embraced technology and they have gone digital.
Yeah.
But they have gone digital in a cheaper way, in a cloned format. They are using the common forms that everyone uses. If you're intelligent enough, you can get to those forms, download the data, in fact, don't even manipulate that data,
Yes.
and then do it the way you want it to be done. My question is, aren't we disappointed? We are talking of the schools that we know that our kids are going there to get knowledge that can make them be innovative enough. Imagine if our banks are using Google Forms. Imagine if our banks cannot innovate their own forms.
That
The
would be
schools
disappointing.
where kids are, they find the cheapest, the easiest mode to do work. Are those right schools to take our kids to?
I feel like yes, but this is something they are now just embracing. So you're going to see a few errors or what, but still, I still think upload them. It's better than asking parents to come to the school at the gate, they wait, they write thingy letters. It is a big step. So yeah, I must applaud them. Yes, it seems a bit inept, but it's better than that traditional.
Yeah, but we all appreciate that's okay. That's cool. Can they do better than that?
Yes, in the near future.
No. These are schools that they are ranking to be the best schools in the country. I mean, we need to see something nice. We need to see something different from the usual. No wonder that's why you see schools that you people were undermining. Schools are coming out, and they are undermining those so-called ancestor schools because they cannot innovate. Schools have, and that is what they could produce. Would you want to take your kid there?
May I still say yes. They can do
That was
For the
better,
connections,
but yes.
for the connections, I'll also say yes.
which connections?
Well, of course, you want your kid to be connected to people who, you know.
Who what?
Let me
Decision
say. Now, you see,
makers.
let's see that time we were going into that wedding. Did you see the connections NL had? For everything you needed, you need a 360. You need a suit guy.
NL, are those all kids that you went to the same school with? I don't think there's any kid in his school that
I'm
came
saying
up.
the whole
Yes,
the
they
whole
are.
education
Wait,
system
in that category, we
from
use
nursery
this.
to university.
Actually, most of the people I meet, it's through school. Most of them.
Yes.
Yeah. And as you can see, I have a strict criteria to be among the list of people I can say this person can do this.
Yeah.
You must have a certain level of work that you do that I know is good.
You must have a great mind.
Yes, you must have a great mind. So if I say that I know a person who makes shirts,
Yeah.
he makes good shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what he is saying, that yes, they can do better. They are people who do better, but either they just don't have access to them, or it's an issue of budget, which most of the times is. There are people who would be willing to spend 100M in
yeah.
sports day,
Yeah.
but can't spend, let's say, 5
Yeah.
on something like that. That's
Yeah.
actually bringing them business.
Exactly.
But all I'm saying is, by the way, you will see that most parents will be content with those forms.
Of course they will.
But you know, African parents are still African parents. They will fill the Google form. They also take the form physically to the school.
Yeah, which is by the way, that is very good. I don't know why I prefer things being done the old way.
and they'll call the thingy basa oji itwajifunye.
Yes.
You know, you have to come to the school, see the infrastructure, see the
Exactly.
security.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Why weird they apply for?
No, I think
No.
by the time you choose the school, it is you already know that.
The essence
No.
of someone applying for a certain school in nowadays that they have to go to the school. So as you apply, you see, will make the blending.
Yeah.
You might go there when the teachers are putting on earrings.
They're putting
Male
on
teacher.
ankle-lets,
Yes,
they're putting on some weird
Yes,
Clothing.
they have dreads. Imagine, and yet you apply the online.
But do most schools have campus visits?
I think most of them.
No. I don't think like you can go to a school and look around,
Yes.
because in the holiday break they also be closed.
No, when you are admitting them, when you go for that form, you can be like, can I get a tour? They'll
Yeah.
give you the tour. They'll tell you this is the boys' dormitories, the girls' dormitories, this is our main hall. You can see the infrastructure. Maybe you want your kid to be maybe...
I blame the content creators
For-
of the schools, because if you produce work, a digital image that can't give a person a feeling of everything that is being avoided, you're not doing your job well.
No. NL, you could do the content for the school, but inside the school. And someone doesn't know what happens on the outside. Maybe outside the school is close to bars, to shady things.
No, you know very
You
well.
have to
You know
go
very well.
there.
Know such. We know a school that actually I was surprised that opposite there is a famous bar, and of course you know very well. I mean, kids had to be changed. What do you expect from nowhere? You will find a famous musician passing half naked. So what are you telling our kids who are in that such a school? Before you know it, they also want to dance half naked.
And maybe for me, I want my kid to be a basketballer.
Yeah.
A professional basketballer. And coming to your school, you don't have a basketball pitch.
Yeah. So you see, so again, that is them. But what I wanted them is to do better. Okay, advertise the school. List why parents should pick you. But these guys have that thing. We've made it. Picking you is a privilege. No.
Fill in the form. If you don't want to look for another school.
Exactly. No. Should be the other way around. You're there to in fact, a school is a business.
Yes.
So if you feel like you're helping the parents to pick you, my dear, you wait for your days when you're down.
So always
You know,
saying,
yesterday was someone, then someone was saying, bagaga kwagalana, abavu kweroga. To be continued. Colleagues, I want...
that statement makes sense.
So colleagues, I want us to move away from great minds, politics in great minds in sports, and then we move on to EPL and the Champions League that has happened throughout the previous weeks. And I want to hand over the mic to Double S to take us through. Of course, we are comparing game week 8 and 7. And of course, NL will lead onto the reactions there. And then we see the playoff and how fair has the game been so far. Over to you, Double S.
Yeah, so there were 2 games, and I want to give like a brief overview of the matches that were interesting. So especially, let me see. So in the Champions League, this was
but
game week
a
7.
disclaimer before I think NL.
Match the
This is a tech show, right?
Yeah.
The idea of hearing papers in our studio I think this.
Colleagues, as I said, for me, I'm old-fashioned.
The man even has a pen.
Old-fashioned.
Please continue.
Maybe you want to hack into my phone and steal my documents. But my friend, to your misery, you won't find any. They are all written down.
Kindly share with me your notes. So kindly share with us a copy. I'm doing the same thing.
We might also end up walking out of the meeting. You're reading things we don't know.
Please inform me in our next meet so that I can print for you copies. But
the man is still
the highlight for match day 7 was Manchester City losing to Bodo Glimt.
Yeah, that was
3-1.
crazy. Yes.
They played very badly, whereby the captains had to come out and refund all the players, all the spectators.
They gave back the people that have bought their tickets.
Yeah.
They gave back the ticket money.
They refunded the money.
To apologize for their shitty football.
Yeah. And among these captains, there is, of course, Hall of Fame. I think Haaland, there is Bernardo Silva, there is Rodri, and Ruben Diaz. Those 4 people. They said it's the least they could do for the poor performance they had shown that day. So they refunded all the tickets for 374
fans that showed that because it was an away game, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was good.
And now I imagine if something like that was supposed to the Ugandan players, what would be the reaction?
Like, let's say how we played in AFCON.
Yes.
And then our players are like, you know what? We wasted your money. You people ordered tickets from Uganda to Morocco.
Let me tell you one thing. Not because you look like a cat, you're a lion. They were there complaining about being given money. They play their shit football and refund your money. What are you talking about, you people? Please bring real examples. Don't bring examples which won't make sense to us. NL. That example does not pass through here. Reason, you cannot give me an example in a Ugandan team.
Someone giving out money, yet they are also quarreling.
Quarreling to get him and not even playing.
I was going to say, because
Let's give me Rwanda. I would
that
accept.
money that they deducted
Refund.
off the players, I think it was like 200 of 1,000.
And
according
they didn't
to them.
deduct, so they volunteered.
They volunteered.
Yeah.
But it was nothing. Like, for them to actually feel
Yeah, of
the
course.
pain, they would have said, the money we are getting this week is going.
It goes to the fans.
And
My friend.
whenever it was nothing. I want to do the maps. Double S. The fans, how many fans attended that game?
374.
Yes.
So 374 fans. How much was the ticket?
How much was the ticket? Was it $20?
No.
20 euros?
$20? No.
And this
I
is a
really
small
do
team
not
for boarding.
Okay, how much did each fund pay? Sorry, did each thingy player pay?
Was it like 1,000 euros?
1,000.
1,000 euro for because I was going to say that includes in the air ticket, the booking, whatever.
I think
So for them, they paid each of these funds. They gave them $1,000.
Yeah, each player paid 1,000
So
euros.
no, each player paid 1,000. Are you sure on that number?
So that means if there were 5 players, that means they gave
Four.
each person 4 players. They gave each person 4K.
No. Like each player paid 1,000 euros. Small money.
You see? It makes no sense.
Tell us another game.
It makes no sense.
You're wasting our time. What do you mean by each player paid 1,000 euros?
Surprisingly, I don't know how this happens, but Spurs won against Dortmund. Hammer did 2-0,
It's an English team.
but it's playing potatoes in the league. No, now it's winning the Champions League. And then Arsenal win against Inter.
Are you surprised?
1-3.
Are you
Of course
surprised?
not. Arsenal is the goat in the Champions League.
Exactly.
Unmatched.
Yeah, you've said it very well.
Now,
I said first,
Our
we
loser
need
pool.
to timestamp this.
I want to say the same word you say.
Go.
Arsenal is the what?
they're
No, you
the
said
goat.
it was
They're the Champions League. They're the goat.
Let's move on.
And what?
Unmatched.
Exactly. Have you stamped it?
I've timestamped it.
From who? From the diehard for what?
But although
Continue.
we are getting there, and then loser pool
Yeah.
manages to find someone to hammer. Hammers Marseille 3-0.
Was it? Didn't they give the them? Oh, the other one. Okay. Yeah.
And then there comes Newcastle.
Uh-huh.
Newcastle also manages to win 3-0 against PSV. And then also Chelsea wins against Pafos.
So it's only Man City that lost.
Yeah.
Then game week 7.
Then
Game week 8.
Game week 8. You know, we always focus on the Premier League, but I want to bring in a game that had no team from the Premier League. And that was Benfica against Real Madrid.
The one where they had the goalkeeper.
Scoring
Yes.
the fourth goal.
You have all my ears. Yes.
So, Mourinho apparently is in Benfica. I don't know how. Actually, I didn't know that Mourinho was in Benfica.
You know, he's not retired. He doesn't have enough money to retire.
So, they won against Real Madrid. They actually, if they didn't win that game, they were going to get disqualified from the tournament.
Disqualified, so
Like, they wouldn't have been in the...
eliminated.
Yeah, in the top 24 to go for either playoffs or go through. So, how they managed to survive the elimination was by hammering Madrid. And guess what? When Madrid got hammered, it was pulled out of the top 8 to the playoffs.
Benfica hammers Madrid.
You want to know what's funny? They are facing each other in the playoffs.
I mean, this is scripted.
This is scripted.
This is what I was saying.
But there was a draw.
No, but that doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And I saw some meme. Arteta, after seeing a goalkeeper scoring a set piece. It's like, this is what I want. I need a keeper like this.
So anytime where is going,
He needs a keeper who can score in a set piece.
Yeah, the keeper really scored a very perfect goal. Yes.
So, actually, I think Madrid also got a red card in that game. But we're waiting to see how the playoffs goes. Though I think Madrid is going to go through, to be honest. And then our 6 Premier League teams, Liverpool, Hamad Karabag 6.
And anything from our best previous African footballer of the year.
I never watched the game. I don't remember. All I know, the previous champions, the former champions, the defending champions, drew with Newcastle, which made them also to go to the playoffs.
PSG is going to playoffs.
After drawing with
like
Newcastle.
what Enel said, English football.
There must
Anything
be script
can happen.
somewhere.
Yes.
And then Chelsea hammered Napoli 3-2.
That is where De Bruyne is.
Yeah.
Was De Bruyne in the
McTominay.
game?
Actually,
Hey, even Hojida. Where is Hojida?
Oyland scored in that game.
And you saw him. And the McTominay, right?
But now we have Cunha and Dogo.
Let's wait for them.
Spurs winning again against Frankfurt. For some reason, Spurs made it in the top 8. I don't know how. I don't know how they made it in the top 8. They're not playing playoffs. Yet in the Premier League, over there in the, is it 13th? 11th?
Yeah, NL as Davos is winding up, you're going to give us the table standing for Champions League.
Yeah.
The table standing for Champions League.
Arsenal went through unbeaten, even without a draw.
Arsenal went through unbeaten. So so in others, what you're trying to say is that all the English clubs are there.
Yeah, but Newcastle is in the playoffs.
So
But the rest of them went through the top 8.
So where is Man U in those? Maybe NL, the list you're going to read us is Man U also somewhere in the same list.
No, it isn't.
What happened?
I'm trying to
look for it.
Hold on. I have to first accept the catches. No, sorry, I think cookies.
Still nothing. Still
It will be there.
Even after eating cookies,
still nothing. And where is Arsenal? Remind him.
Next
at
year.
the top.
Remind him.
Next year.
At
NL.
the top with 24 points. 3 points clear.
Davos, are you still giving us more highlights?
And or maybe to give you how the playoffs are going to be, and then you can make your predictions.
Let's first get the stand table, and then you give us the playoffs. NL first.
Okay.
At the top with 24 points is Arsenal. Next is
No, NL. When you say at the top is Arsenal, please go slow.
at the top.
Yes,
The mighty, the Gunners,
exactly.
with 24 points.
Exactly.
3
And
points
what?
clear.
And what?
Undefeated.
Record what?
0 losses,
Is the
0 draws, 8 wins.
exactly. Record
The
what?
crippled elephant.
Record what?
Undefeated.
Exactly. Now we read the others.
Next
The others you can rush.
is Bayern. Then it only has 21 points, so that's just a win ahead. Next is Liverpool with 18 points. on the table.
Liverpool?
It's
Yep.
in the third place.
On
How?
the third place.
English football.
And then
And they're stopping at 8.
At
We don't
4.
want at 4, actually at 4. We don't. The others they will find themselves.
And the last one is Spurs with 17 points, just under.
Wait, NL first put a pause there. Spurs is in 4th place.
It's in
What
fourth
is happening to the world champions?
I don't know how it got there. How does Spurs be in the fourth?
Yes, that doesn't make sense to me.
They are there.
Okay, so that's why we are stopping. So, WS, before you give us your playoff, whatever, are you surprised that Arsenal is in the lead and Spurs is in 4th?
Spurs, yes. Arsenal, no.
Arsenal surprised your playoff matches.
There is Galatasaray going against Juventus.
Do you want to give us the EPL one?
There is only one Premier League team, and that's Newcastle. And
Okay,
it's
it's
going
okay.
against
You take us
Karabag.
through the entire playoffs. Yes,
Okay, Dortmund is going against Atalanta, Monaco, PSG, Benfica, Real
PSG,
Madrid.
the champions.
Yeah,
Monaco is in. That's where we have this guy who left Arsenal, right? Not Perumedica, Biang. There's another one. It's okay when I remember. It's okay.
Karabag, Newcastle, Olympiacos, Leverkusen, Bodo Glimt against Inter, and Club Brugge against Atletico Madrid.
So what are our chances that, and it's home and away, right?
Yeah, home and away.
So what are our chances that Newcastle is joining the big leagues?
I would say about 80%.
80%. NL. Happy with that?
They are.
Remember, it's an English club.
Yeah, but they are down on the table. They are 12.
How about Karabag?
It's still a bit down.
Colleagues, as it stands,
22.
Have you seen?
As it stands already, we are one is that we are record breakers, and NL, our production producer, is saying you have a good work to do. We actually will clock 2 hours and 10 minutes into the show, and we are still going on.
We had a lot to discuss, but we have just come back online.
Okay. So then the next segment we go into is colleagues is the EPL. That is the English Premier League. And like we say, we don't want to do English Premier League. We wanted to do our EPL, which is the Uganda League, but we are afraid of taxes. Because even you see when the Uganda is playing against other countries, our radio stations are pass.
Yes.
They're not focusing on our games. So we don't know what logic is there. Maybe they don't want them to do, but anyway, that doesn't matter. So first we'll go to the results of game week 22. Match week 22. So we're going to combine match week 22 and 23. So match week 22, I want to focus on the main games.
Yeah.
Was the first game a main game?
No, yes, of course. You can't skip the first game.
Edel, yes, Edel. You think it should qualify?
At game, to be honest, it was the first goal. I didn't feel it, but the next goal was a good one.
Yeah, and just to commend
one.
Manchester, in that game, Manchester United hammered the Man City 2-0. The play style that Man U was using was unimaginable. They were on spot. They were literally undefeatable. They were the Man U for Ferguson in those earlier days. They are the Man U that even when 2 seconds are left on the clock and they are trading, you're sure and certain that before the whistle is blown, they will be ahead. That is the money that hammered Manchester United. Okay, and then of course Chelsea Brentford. That game ended in 2-0.
Obvious.
Liverpool Burnley. That game ended in a draw.
And these Liverpools are in the 3rd place in the Champions League.
And they were trading. They were hustling. And then of course Spurs being hammered by West Ham. So later on you give us the standing for the EPL table after going through the results. Okay. Then Arsenal drawing with Nottingham Forest. I think I'm about to start chilling with leaving Arsenal because now that was the first time they are dropping points.
Yeah.
Now when we move to game week 24, we have our colleagues, other clubs are there, but just the interest of time.
One of the title contenders got hammered. Aston Villa.
Yeah, Aston Villa in that game, right? Yeah. So Arsenal managing to scoop a point, but to me that's a loss.
Then City and Aston Villa lost.
Exactly. Then when we go to the match week 24, Burnley Spurs 2-2 draw. Man City hammering Wolves comfortably 2-0.
With Holland coming from the bench.
Yeah, I was disappointed.
He was not supposed to play.
I was disappointed.
I don't know why they put him on.
It's weird because I had made that man my captain, and if it wasn't for double race, I had actually given him my triple captainship. Can you imagine? Then the weird guy comes from the bench.
Wasted.
That's such a flop. He's lucky that later on in my team I had put in Watkins as my captain, but then he has a muscle injury. I sold him off.
Yeah,
this is time not for joking. Then moving on next. That is match week 2023. Is Liverpool losing to Bournemouth 3-2.
How are they in the third position?
We don't
in the
know.
Champions League?
We don't know these guys are somehow.
That's I think they are just tired that they're playing in different leagues, so that could be why.
Then on a record breaker, something that I never expected, Chelsea hammering Crystal Palace 1-3.
I think Crystal Palace's Ella is done.
Exactly, I also think so.
It's done.
But
Yeah.
they had
After they sold
a
Wehi,
card.
Yeah,
and
but
Eze,
yeah.
sold Eze and
Yeah.
Wehi, their era is done.
And then leaving, of course, Aston Villa hammered Newcastle 2-0, a game that Ole Watkins is literally trying to shine. And of course, to me, my number one game. I don't know any what happened, and I know very well that our man, that is the new man who has kept his hair, soon is going to trim off his hair. How many matches is our man left to cut off his hair? 3.
3, yeah.
3 matches for our man to cut off his hair. But surprisingly, Manchester United at Emirates Stadiums hammered the number one club in the entire world comfortably 3-0. Cunha scoring a stunner.
And
David Raya, as usual, catching grasshoppers.
It was a bad one.
if someone hammers the number one, doesn't that make them number one?
We were discussing about it.
No, but I want to say it was a very disappointing game. It's
Yes.
a very rare occasions that Man U beats us at Emirates.
Exactly. So awful.
At Old Trafford would understand.
You guys
But
were
at
just unlucky.
Emirates,
Your fixture came up when we were in the zone.
No. You see, you guys were waiting. You were unfit. But you outbeat Arsenal all around. Where do you find that? In fact, I wanted to change my allegiance to Man United. And on that, I'm going to get a Man United shirt.
Keep in mind, members, that from the fan zone, the chances of Man U winning the league is at 44%, with Arsenal having 31%. It's obvious. We are coming for you.
You're coming for us.
Make 3 more blunders.
I feel like if I was a club manager, I'd say on games like this, games that actually matter, if you don't win, you're not getting paid. If you draw, you're getting half your pay. That's what I would do.
You know, there's a contract.
If you're a Man U fan.
No, if I was
if
a
it's
club
like
team
a-
manager, when you are being signed, it's
The
like
owner of the club.
it's like a club. It's like a club rule.
Yeah, you see, it was what Davonis sometimes was saying earlier, is especially is that we buy these tickets. We hustle to buy these tickets.
Yeah.
Come and then watch you. You have one simple rule.
Because losing,
Play the game and win.
to Man U
No.
at Emirates.
You know, and to be fair, there's a game that you see where you are going to lose, and you're like, this is fair. We've given it all we could,
Yeah.
but
No,
it just came out like that. But then there are games you watch and you are like, are you serious?
There are those things because it's games like this that matter to the fans, and it's the fans who literally finance the club.
Yeah.
You could lose to any other team at the Emirates, and they won't, it won't be big. But Man U, that's like the one victory they fancy in the whole season. That's all they ask for. Leave alone the trophy.
Yeah.
But next to that is to have a win over Man U.
Yeah.
So if you don't give them that win,
Yeah.
you don't deserve to.
Yeah,
But you know,
it's-
it's the same thing for United.
It was a
So
disappointment.
you think
guys.
it's only Arsenal that wants to win?
Exactly,
No.
it should be like that.
Yeah, but you see,
and the
as
best
it
team
stands
wins.
now, no. You see, as it stands now, and the odds were all on our side. History was on our side. We are in our own stadium. The legends were in the stadium,
They almost fainted.
and Man U hammers us like that. And you think Arteta, if he doesn't win this season's trophy, do you think Arteta is staying? No. Put your eyes there. If Arteta doesn't win this cup this season, or doesn't win any cup this season, Arteta is going.
Yeah, he might.
He's going, I'm telling you. That was a miserable disappointment.
Actually,
How can you lose to Man U? Honestly, how?
At Emirates.
At Emirates. Man U at Emirates. The guys have been training. Everyone has been beating the team until when they change the coach.
That is not.
who is everyone? Who is everyone?
It is totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable.
The team was on form. I told you, you are just unlucky. By the time your fixture came up, Man United was in.
You see, and let me tell you something. There's one time, and I've said this on this podcast before, I received a podcast when Imani was going to play Wolves. And I was told, by Lemons, I bought the guy. By Jeremy Doku, Semani Doku, I bought the guy. By Cunha, Mateus Cunha, I bought the guy. Do you know what happened? I left 2 cups because of those fellows. Now, after dropping them, the guys are winning.
But to speak about this team, the Wolves, I feel like even if they are at the bottom of the league, there is something that has entered them. They are not.
They are waking up now.
I think I told them if you lose any more games,
All of you guys are going.
I don't know, because they are now playing quite well. They are not as easy to concede to heavy goals.
The idea. Do you think in your mind or in your great mind's wisdom, do you think there are higher chances of them surviving? Because you hear Enel is already recommending them as something team that has woken up and serious it can harm anyone.
Yeah, it can, but it's going to be tough because speaking of their awakening, so has Nottingham Forest and West Ham.
Yeah.
Which are above them.
So the battle is really, really becoming tough.
But they could go above Burnley. But I don't think their chances of surviving are very slim.
Are very, very slim.
But anyway, this is the Premier League. Anything can happen.
Now, talking about that is that NL, I want us to give us the bottom 4, right?
Yeah.
And then the bottom 3. How about that?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, NL, so over to you.
On top of the table, as must.
Relax.
Always.
Breathe in. Relax, breathe in. Then say the name.
Team of the century.
The crippled elephant.
Yeah, team of the century.
It's us now, the Gunners, with a whooping 50 points. Next there is, for some reason, Man City with 46 points. Next is Aston Villa with the same 46. And then I think we go to the last 3.
What?
Why? Like why?
And then in the fourth position.
But it's only this week. I'm in the agenda, right?
Yeah, again, it's only this week. Then in the 4th place for the first time this whole season, Man United with 38.
The one and only. The inevitable. The unmatched.
And then
the team was able to bring back the love and the heat in the league.
NL, it's okay. We wanted to repeat that. NL, let's give him space. He hammered the Man City. He hammered the mighty Arsenal. Tell
and
us.
Guess what that did? It brought the heat and the love and the joy. The faith that this league could still get a turnover. Guess what team made that possible? The one and only Manchester United.
You guys have lost 5 games this season.
Yeah. They're by the off. Yeah.
We're still coming for you either way.
For 5 games, 8 draws.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing in the
league? Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, but what is the problem? You're surprised?
Full-time hater.
It's not a full-time. Actually, the last time was supporting you.
Actually, if I'm to look around, these guys I think it draws. You guys might have the most thingy draws on the table. 8 draws.
Full-time hater.
Even Wolves even has less draws.
Yeah, than them.
But for us, we are going to take the trophy.
And then on bottom 3.
Bottom 3 we have in position 17 is Nottingham Forest.
Wait a minute. Davoris, are you surprised that Davoris is there?
No.
You're surprised. Enel, are you shocked? Remember they were literally Champions League material last season.
And then
until they fired the coach.
No, I
because
think
the
it
coach
all
left.
came from them changing the squad. I don't know why small teams keep on doing that. These guys had really good players, but. And then next is West Ham. Then after West Ham, there is Burnley. Then there is Wolves with 8 points.
But you were saying Enel earlier is that you're happy with so far how Wolves is playing, and the chances are you believe. Do you think they might jump out of that?
They are good. This league won't end when they are on 20. At best, they may be at 18.
Okay, the points could get higher.
Yeah.
Could make like 20 points or 30 points. You see them making 30 points?
Not reach 30. They might not reach 30.
They might not reach there.
They have 8.
Okay. So anyway, so that is how our standing so far is. For the first time on record, and we put this on record, Man U is in the 4th position. I think for that moment, then at the later moment when you give them a thumbs up. I mean, personally, I cannot give them a thumbs up. They are losers to me.
I know.
With 8 draws.
With 8 draws. 5 losses.
5 losses.
I think actually Muaguira Arsenal.
Man United is Champions League.
Then
material.
anyway, colleagues of Davoris, I wanted to give you only 2 minutes because we are nearly making 3 hours into this podcast. Only 2 minutes to discuss about the person that made me suffer, that is Dogu, and we don't know what is happening to Cole Palmer.
Actually,
3 minutes over to
in
you.
the Arsenal game, he was given the man of the match. I don't know why.
Jeremy Dogu.
Yeah, Dogu. He was given man of the match.
It was spectacular. It's okay, you can proceed.
I think maybe because of the standard, the goal. But anyway, if any of you wants to buy him, it's a no-go. He got an injury. And he's still going under checks, but he might be out for about 10 weeks. That's a lot of time.
You see what I'm telling you?
But for me, personally, I'm happy.
The early bird catched the worm.
Cunha
You were at
gets to
Emirates
start.
early. Yes, they.
Go to the one but lost a leg. But he has been a good player. Moving on forward, yeah. But hopefully it doesn't affect us. Cunha coming into the first 11.
Then Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer, there was some rumors that he might move to Man United. But I don't know, and some people were saying that he was not content, not happy at Chelsea. But their new coach came out and said that's all a rumor, and the man is very happy.
That's what that coach is saying.
Yeah, and even he played in the Champions League.
But have you seen a football coach wearing glasses?
I've never seen one, actually.
You have to be sharp.
Was he a professional footballer?
I also don't understand. Could be like more like, did he play football anyway? At any moment in time.
You wouldn't be able to see unless you get one that are going to be made specifically for you.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what it meant, but I highly doubt that guy is a real football coach. But anyway, Chelsea gave him a coach, gave me the coach role. Coach Obi, is he even a manager?
Probably
is a manager. All right, now, colleagues, let's move on to our one and only Nama Vundulic. We applause. And now, Annie, this stuff is very interesting. Unfortunately,
I don't think we'll be able
to see, but it's okay. We can already. We know that undefeatable was hammered, and now the unit is in the lead, followed by undefeatable, followed by the only lady in the team, that is Fifi the King, and then of course followed by J Code, and we stop there. Because in the EPL table we stopped at what position? Fourth. And in this table we stopped at where?
Fourth.
Others you can find them on our social
Indian
media.
Had gone by the way for a brief moment.
Work harder.
And
to
then
our shoutouts.
Exactly. And then that will, of course, that's going to push us to our teams. And of course, I'll go first. Is that of course I'm maintaining my number one goalkeeper. That is Pickford. And of course, now given that Mukwele and Rodon and what is his name? Steve are back on my defense. Of course, in the middle, I saw the Palma.
Okay.
I don't want nonsense in my team. Of course, I have Morgan Rogers in there. I have Captain Fantastic.
The one and only.
In that team there. I have what is this guy's name? I'm forgetting this guy's name in my middle there. I have Reindeers. I still have Reindeers in my team. And then I have Rice for Arsenal. Then on my striking, I have the one and only Captain Haaland. I had taken off the armband from him. But surprisingly, once Watkins got injured, I sold Watkins and brought in. Of course, Thiago is on my team. I brought in Joe Pedro. He seems to be promising.
Yeah.
He scored 2 goals in the Champions League. He scored a goal in their previous game, so you never know. It could be something. So of course on the bench I have the Bravo car. I have Rodon there, and I think I mentioned earlier Rodon. I have a few players on my bench that are just for there, but I have a strong bench. Okay. So far that's how my team is, and obviously I've Captain Haaland, and given the fact that he's not also playing today, so my new ins is only Joe Pedro. Over to WS.
My team hasn't changed much, only one player. But in my goal, I actually wanted to put in Dubravka. But since I have a Sunderland forward, I changed that decision pretty quick and went back to Pickford. And in my defense, I'm going with Gabriel, Mokile, and Cash.
You have Matty Cash for Aston Villa.
Yes.
Okay. You're expecting a clean sheet?
I'm hoping to, because I benched Thiago.
Okay. Which Thiago?
The one for Brentford.
Good luck. You know there is a saying, I want to make a name in the
I have benched
You
the
branded
man.
him, the man did give us a hat-trick, right?
Yeah, and that time I think Fantasy went to my favor and replaced him for me because Ekitike didn't play.
Yeah,
I replaced him with Thiago.
Yeah.
So I didn't miss out.
That's okay, that's fine. Please proceed.
Yeah, and my midfield, I managed to bring in Estevao.
Good luck.
Estevao. And then I have also Palma. I'm keeping Palma for now. I want to watch him for the next 2 game weeks.
Wish you all the best.
And as usual, the man with the most chances in the Premier League, none other than Captain Fantastic, Bruno Fernandes. NL.
He thinks every day is a Sunday.
Of course.
That's what he thinks, yeah.
Okay. Well,
And then I also have Rice.
Uh-huh.
And then I have Wilson. Fulham.
Wilson for Fulham.
My forward, there is Broby, Sunderland forward, with Captain Haaland.
What happened to Kadioglu?
He's on my bench. He's
Okay.
going against Everton.
Okay.
And I didn't want to trick anyone from my bench.
Okay.
So I benched him. Off to you, NL.
well, my team hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed is I sold Barnes and brought in Enzo.
Barnes is the customer to you.
Yeah, but this last game week he didn't even play.
You saw the
So I sold him and I brought in Enzo because I think Chelsea has a good fixture.
Okay.
I still have Palmer. I still have Semenyo for just this game week. I have Rice there in my mid.
But Semenya's been doing wonders.
No, but before he's been doing badly.
Yeah.
It was this match whereby I think Haaland wasn't on that he got a bit of more.
Exactly. Yeah.
But he's been way badly off. Then to go back, I have my same lineup. There is I think Gabriel, Senesi, Mikilenke, and Steve.
You've maintained Mikolenko in your team.
Yeah, I've maintained him. He is cheap. Yeah. So to I think sell him, and it isn't a wise choice. My forward, the same old, Haaland.
Captain.
So you're all sticking to Haaland?
I've left the badge on him. I thought I even change it after that. I
But you'll be shocked that Kai YS Steve has Henderson as his captain. And you'll complete your team.
I've left the badge on Haaland. I believe that when a man is put on bench, it reflects on him.
Reflects on him.
Yeah, so honestly, if he doesn't perform well today, I think it's enough for him to have that. So that's the game we
Okay.
I thought you're going to replace him for Salah.
No.
Colleagues, we are literally making records on this podcast. We are literally now 2 hours and 35 minutes. All right, I want us to stop this podcast in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I want us to go into match predictions. So for starters, we are starting with the game today. That is the... But before we start the games today, I want to first complain about this DSTV thing. What happened to... how do we call it? Where we could see all matches.
Live score. What
No,
was it?
the
Goal
where
rush.
you see
A goal rush.
goal rush, yes. Because we thought when we are on Compact Plus, would get goal rush.
Yes.
Those fellows don't. Football Plus is literally useless. Did you enjoy any Champions League matches?
Actually, by then we had Super Sport 1, Super Sport 2. But when they tailored them to specific names of the
Yeah.
leagues, like Premier League, we no longer get the goal
Because
rush.
5 games and then you want to see all the actions that are happening in the other matches. You cannot anymore.
You have to use the remote and keep switching around.
You know, and their decoder doesn't have picture in picture. Then they will tell you buy extra view, whereby you can have 5 TVs in one room.
Listen, I thought that extra view is
Free?
Yeah.
You pay for it, my dear.
Don't you have an exception of like a
You
screen?
pay for it.
Really?
Yes, that's why they even changed the subscription for Compact Plus. 1 subscription and 1 online streaming device. Before it used to be 3, now it is 1 streaming device.
Now, if I may ask, assuming I have a hotel, I want screens to be in all the reception.
you get your split, you pay.
Each screen has to have its own plan.
Exactly.
That's it.
Okay, then anyway, back to the matches prediction today. I'm going to rush them through. Number 1, we have games today starting at 18 sharp, which is literally 1 hour from now. That is Brighton and Everton. Why are you keeping quiet?
I'm going with that game I want Everton to win, but it's tough. I'm going to go with Brighton.
NL,
It
It feels like a draw to me.
I want a
Yeah,
clean
fair.
sheet, so I want Everton to win. Then Leeds versus Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Sure.
Next.
Leeds is tough, but
NL says next, so don't discuss. Then we have Wolves. You see, all these games are beginning at the same time. Wolves, Bournemouth.
I want to
Bournemouth.
say Wolves.
So, but at least it's fair here. That means we are going to be concentrating on the Arsenal game.
yeah.
So then at 22:30 we have Chelsea and West Ham,
Chelsea.
and then of course finally at 23 we have Liverpool and Newcastle.
I'm going to go with Newcastle. I don't know why. But I'm going to go with Newcastle.
If you like Newcastle is winning,
That's a tricky one. That's a very tricky game. Because under normal circumstances, it makes no difference.
okay.
They're both beaten.
Then we go to tomorrow. That is Sunday. We have Aston Villa and Brentford.
Aston Villa.
Serious game. It's a
Aston
serious
Villa.
game. Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
I'll go for Brentford. And then Man United and Fulham.
Of course.
United.
Fulham.
United.
Full-time hater.
No. It's just that, okay, let's just wait and see.
Then Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace.
Nottingham.
Sure.
Yeah, Nottingham.
NL. And then final on Sunday, that is Spurs and Man City.
Man City.
Bonds.
Man City, that's what I think. Then of course the last game is happening on 2nd Feb. That is Sunderland and Burnley.
My date is on Sunderland.
It is on Sunderland. So colleagues, in a few minutes, any surprises that you expect this game week?
Man U is going to lose.
That will never happen.
No,
Arsenal is
going-
going to draw to Leeds.
What's going to make you lose is that your team is going to be too confident.
Of course.
Okay, so they are going to be beaten. You are going to lose by like 1.
And,
Just one, eh? Okay, and
we're
then
going to win by like 3-1.
Davos, any surprises this week?
Arsenal drawing with the Leeds, that's not a surprise. It's pretty much obvious. But the shock is going to be Spurs hammering City.
Spurs Amaling City. So, colleagues, any closing remarks? Because we really shoot. I think you're going to upload the episode, this part A, episode this part B, episode this part C. So, NL, in any closing remarks that you have for our listeners and our viewers out there?
Yes. Set your screen times. Have some time whereby you are actually out. And just be you. At least once a week.
I think I'll also make my final remarks of yours. Please don't depend on the internet.
Yeah.
I saw some article saying that about 14 of Ugandans have mental illnesses. I think most of those come from depression.
Yeah.
Please reduce screen time.
Yeah.
You can socialize,
Yeah.
like physically.
Exa-
Talk to people.
Exactly. Me, I would actually say that internet is actually good, but like anything, too much consumption of something leads into unnecessary. So the same principle applies for internet.
Yeah.
Colleagues, don't take like social media, blah 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 blah. Is anything special? No. It's the same concept applies. So as always, as great minds will give our great minds, and this has been Great Minds Podcast 22, a blockbuster podcast.
Yeah.
A stand-up podcast. We've made close to 2 hours and close to 45 minutes in this podcast. So as we round up, we always want you to always be happy.
Of course.
Election is still on. Go and vote your fellows. But in regards to borrowing to pay for cousins and side chicks, MPs, I for one am totally against that.
Me as well.
So as we sign out, NL, you happy with that?
I am very happy.
All right. As we sign out, there are very many places that people are going on making businesses. Please use those opportunities. Once opportunities surfaces and people are keen at a certain sport, do that.
Yeah.
Go there and make your money. Survive in the world and live a happy life.
Yeah.
And we said, get your speaker if you have a JBL. Go on the street. Put it
Dance.
somewhere. Dance. If it makes you happy.
That's
So as usual, our weekend, I think in 1 hour we'll be seated.
if it makes you happy and it's not illegal.
Exactly. Just go there and do what makes you happy. Before you knew it, you'll be somewhere hidden in someone's basement.
Yeah.
So you don't have to wait for that. So colleagues, we are out there and we sign out. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. January has been hot, but surprisingly and successfully, today is the last day in what? In
January.
Enjoy the rest of the week and happy new month. Is it the love month?
Yeah, Banang, if you don't get flowers, please don't call on Valentine.
And remember, Daniel, was it Norwich? We stopped from telling us about this flower thing. In the next episode, we wanted to come back with now the real concrete of it. Colleagues, enjoy the rest of the month, the rest of the weekend, and of course the game. And as we sign out, always be
Happy.
happy. Chill out and
Bye bye.